Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to another fun time Phoebe stream. And you can see that today I am currently with a guest. Ow! Rude. Today we are going to be interviewing Starfinder 2 dev Dustin Knight. Now, Dustin, would you like to introduce yourself and say some things about you?
Starfinder designer, and big fan, and happy to be here.
Yeah, he's Chick Chick.
Yes. Actually, my voice has been kind of like that for the last couple days because of the smoke.
You see he's too low?
Oh,
Weird,
no.
he's up away from me. My audio stuff says he's fine.
Uh, am I still fine?
On my thing you are. Guessing they're having a hard time hearing you. Sounds very low.
Huh. I, without, like, chewing it. Delicious microphone. Well, let us just bask in the painful beauty of my quiet voice, and they can turn up their speakers and have their eardrums blown out when Phoebe talks.
I have your audio turned all the way up. That's why I'm like trying to figure. It says it shows that you're having decent audio through my thing.
Hello, this is my audio.
Weird.
It's weird that my voice goes out on a remote convention. I get it when I'm in person because I don't stop talking from like day 0 until day 4, till like blood is spurting out of my mouth. But don't know why I also can't keep my voice purely remote. Guess it's just excitement. Glad I'm able to dodge those fireballs.
Sheeran, yeah, Chick Chick says Sheeran. Chick Chick is the iconic mystic.
Yes. You could read all about Chick Chick on the blog. Chick Chick cast a spell. I will cast a silent still spell. It's totally there, trust me. It has the subtle trait. uh oh, all right.
Bit quieter than me, but not so much that it's a problem.
Okay, that sounds good.
Also, thank you everybody for all the subs and all the biddies.
Right? I'm so excited.
The Paizo live audio god has smited Phoebe's stream.
Oh no. Oh.
Yeah, Dustin, are you finally excited that your game is like? Are you like excited that your game is finally out so people can see like all the work you put into it?
Oh yeah. No, like I haven't been able to sleep properly for the last like 3 or 4 nights. I'm just so excited to see it all come out and watch look at pictures and videos of people playing it and watching people talk about it and looking at all the cool stuff that's come out and hearing announcements of stuff that I barely knew was coming out and finally able to talk about stuff and share stuff with people without losing my job.
Real. That's the worst for me is when I know things and I'm like, damn, I can't say nothing. These embargoes, these what are they called? These NDA type shit.
Right. It's bad. It's hard. I mean, it's necessary. I
Yeah,
respect
I
it, but
understand
it's
why, but like,
right. Yeah, I try to write stuff down on little post-it notes, but like it doesn't. It's just it's not. It doesn't help much. It just makes it worse sometimes. Oh, Hero cards should still exist in Starfinder. They were mentioned in a few places in first edition. Krasmia? I'm gonna mess up everyone's names, so everyone will
It's
forgive me.
okay. These people are regularly in my chats, and I still mess up their names.
Hooray! Yeah, they're hero cards. But the Infinity deck is the highlighted deck of cards in Pathfinder Core. There's a little a gun you could shoot cards from that you could reload with your Infinity deck, and you could play a ton of different games with the Infinity deck in and out of character with the Infinity deck accessory item. And I mean, Harrow is based on tarot, which is based on numerology, which is based on cards. So you could do readings with Infinity deck if you know your numerology.
Dude, I fucking wish Barnes & Noble leaked Flesh Core. Are you kidding me?
What is Flesh Core? I'm scared.
I've been saying it for like a year now, but since Tech Core is coming with all the tech classes and tech gear, that Flesh Core should come with like Biohacker and Evolutionist and have all like the weird
Oh,
augmentations.
right. Yeah. Okay. Huh.
I gotta bring Coerls into Starfinder. Coerls are
I don't know.
illegal. They're owned by D&D now. I don't. They don't care what the French think. Flesh Core's a horrible name. I know. That's why I want it. That's how you know it was Goblin designed.
Oh no. I mean, we have fun names for our books before they're before we finalize their names. Like the player core was called Veskmus, and we had a picture of Obadiah and a Chris in a Santa hat on our teamwork Confluence page for a long time.
Why?
Because we like to give nicknames to our products. That
And that's
way, if we
fair.
accidentally talk about them, we won't get in trouble because it's just the
Yeah,
nickname.
they won't. No one will understand what the hell Veskbus is. I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I think at one point Starfinder 1 he might have been called Blue Harvest based on the Star Wars nickname. Like that was the name of Star Wars while it was in production. So nobody would know it was going to be the second Star Wars movie. But I could be wrong. Someone out there will probably correct me if I'm wrong because it's Star Wars.
I know Coerls are from weird French stories before D&D, but D&D stole the image of it and copyrighted it.
I mean, a lot of it too is like what's so cool about Starfinder is we get to make all of our own cool things in space. You know, we don't have to like we aren't necessarily as limited to like real world mythology stuff. I mean, we like that too. That's great. I mean,
Mhm.
we have goblins and other scrunklers, but I do like making me some aliens.
I love that you guys, when I was talking to you once, you were talking about how designing the ancestries for Starfinder, to we at least, you wanted to make sure that like it wasn't just like humans like a mask type thing, or it's just that's a dude, but he looks kind of scaly. But you have a bunch of weird shit, not only in like on release in Player Core, but you also have in like Galaxy Guide where you got a bunch of scrunklers and also Dave.
Yes. I always when I write art orders, I make sure to try to predict what the artist might do that might make it look like a human in a rubber mask. And because we do not want our aliens to be humans in rubber masks, we want little tiny claws and weird feet that aren't like legs and tails and like other weird anatomy. Plus, we want like our artists to make sure that like the clothes that the ancestors are wearing was designed for them. They're not like trying to fit into human shaped clothes. Like I like the idea that they have their own culture and their own fashion and their own, ideas of that kind of thing. I don't like the idea that they just like they nobody wore clothes until they went to Earth and now they all wear t-shirts with exactly two armholes. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm worried someone is gonna want you to show us weird alien feet. There already was. Did you not see the whole fashion thingy that was going on in Galaxy Guide? There was fish feet. They had fish grippers. Need playable grays. Everyone keeps talking about the grays. I don't get it. They're just dudes. They have a follow.
I
No,
mean, it's also not challenging to just get existing ancestries and like I'm technically playing a Volcarisu our staff game, but I'm just using the Yosoki stats for them right now because I don't have a lot of spare time to go ahead and like make a custom ancestry for them. So I'm just like I'll just be Yosoki and cross out the word Yosoki and only pick ancestry feats that fit it right. You know, it was fine. Admittedly, no, like getting the backstory, getting the culture and like the information about them to figure out like where they fit in the setting is important and fun, of course. But you can learn about Greys in SF1 if you need to.
all right. I think I figured out a way to make your audio even up more. Question mark.
Gasp.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
We'll try it there for now.
Yes. And then people won't have to suffer quite as much with audio unequalization. Man,
Mm-hmm.
I need to sleep more before this.
Might have been too high. There we go.
Hooray. Bramble Bear says it's perfect.
Hell yeah.
There is a god of iron, but he is probably not answering prayers because he has been turned into Godgert and made a bunch of exemplars. That is how I
Godgert.
will answer that question. Miraculous water bottle. Yes. Well, Sebastian, if you want the pain of your ears exploding, you're going to have to turn up your headphones on your own, because we all know pain is what leads to great art. Um. Hey, I didn't make up Godgert, so like
Who made up Godgert?
I have no idea. Someone on some Discord, one of the 94 Paizo Discords I'm on.
That's fair. I've always just said God goo when it comes to exemplar juice.
Yeah, right. I like to think that there's like a lot of cultists of Lao Shupo that are like really excited about the opportunity to eat pieces of a god because that's like Lao Shupo's whole
That was her
backstory.
whole thing.
Yeah. She has tummy rumblies that only Godgert can satisfy.
Sanchelan evangelism out here is strong, as it should be.
As it should, like past deity.
The best. They're every single one of my characters I think I've made so far worships them.
Yes. God, I can't say who my character worships because it's like spoilers and only me and the GM know right now. And I kind of
Damn.
gave the GM a blank check. I'm like, here, this is a really bad deity to worship, so like, please punish me for it. Here you go. Just like the best backstories. You're just like, here's 100 ways you can campaign. Offended if you don't use them. What has been your favorite take from Reddit?
Oh,
I don't know what to take. I could just pick something at random, I guess.
like my favorite has always been like people being like, "Wow, I can't believe that prepared casters just don't exist inside of Starfinder."
Yeah. I mean, I guess the funniest story there is I have a witch player in my game who would be proud to hear me say that she is not one for encounter mode, to prepare a lot of spells that really help the party just completely bypass skill challenges. And they hate preparing spells. So I just was like, you know what? You could be spontaneous. That's fine. I'm just gonna make you spontaneous because
Mhm.
you're like the least min-maxy character player I've ever had at any of my tables ever. Here you go. And there hasn't been any problems with it. But like I said, they're very like combat. I mean, they'll spend actions in combat doing diplomacy checks to try to get the enemy to surrender and stuff. They're very like,
Mhm.
yeah. So it doesn't break anything, but it might if you're not that player or that sort of player, which admittedly my tables tend to become like, oh boy, we just spent 4 hours and didn't roll initiative once because everyone was, you know, soap opera drumming each other, which is great. I love those
Hmm.
games, but yeah, and it's not even my usual game style per se. That just happens to be for that game. Uh,
Yeah. I had another question. I don't remember what it was now. Oh yeah. Since like this is a more like sci-fi science fantasy type game, do you think
uh
when it comes to making adventures for it, there will be like more or less types of like the classic dungeons that you'd see in like stuff like Pathfinder, where you go into a hole in the ground and like there's spooky old things in there? Or would it be more like open?
it's dungeon. What is and isn't a dungeon is always kind of like philosophical question almost. Like, you could even make a city a dungeon with each house that the PCs are sent to investigate be a different room in the dungeon. And it really just comes down to like making sure the PCs don't have a reason why they could just sleep for 8 hours and get back all their spells without first having to set up watches, I guess.
Hmm.
It is complicated defining what is and isn't a dungeon. And you'll see that in a lot of Paizo APs. There's a lot of dungeons that are like, it's a dungeon, but it's a giant haunted house or it's an insane asylum. Um I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be an underground labyrinth that was once used to house prisoners. Um it's a very flexible. Yeah, derelict space station could be a dungeon. Chris
Hmm.
Walker, that is totally correct. Um, Apostate is definitely a dungeon though, like No Nat's uh, thumbnail said on YouTube the other day. Apostate is definitely a giant planet dungeon that you could use in your campaign as a planet dungeon.
Space dungeons be like Star Trek away missions. Not wrong.
Right. We have weird adventures in Star, so it's possible that like your party wakes up after a night's sleep in the drift and now you're in like a weird floating upside down Escher painting castle in a mindscape that is overlapping with some weird drift juice that is causing everybody to wig out collectively in your own little vitality network brain mind meld, and if you die in the dream you die in real life. um Go for it.
I kind of low key love
Incidentally,
that
if you
idea. I'm
die in the
stealing
game
it.
you die in real life was my favorite line of rules text for in Starfinder player core.
Dude, I love all the goofy ass names and things for everything in Starfinder Player Core. Like, of course, not everything has a goofy name, but the ones that do are definitely
Right.
the standout ones for me.
I didn't know the names would get goofy. Like I originally wrote them in like they'd be like Dustin, write a class or like write 16,000 words of skill feats, and I'd be like, okay, I don't know what to name these because I'm bad with names, so I'm just gonna come up with random names. And then
Hmm.
I saw them printed in the first in one of the field tests, and I'm like, oh, we're keeping that, and they're like, yeah, sure, it's fine, people like it. And I'm like, oh, okay. I hope people like it. If people don't like it, we could always cut it. But that turns out people liked more of the skill feats than I thought they would. So,
Dude,
oh
they were
no,
my
we had to cut
favorite.
some that, yeah.
Like, legit, I remember I saw one thread on Reddit, because of course it's fucking Reddit, that was like, oh, I can't believe they're having fun in their tabletop game. And it's like, what do you mean? We're here to have a goofy time. You want me to be like,
Yeah.
no, we're having too much fun.
Yeah, this has to be grimdark serious. Everybody has to suffer all the time.
Yeah,
No, no.
everybody. Another thing, people like submitted. Like, I got a couple of questions submitted for this thing that was just like, "Are you guys gonna remove all the grit from this game like you did in 2E?" And it's like, like Pathfinder 2E, and I'm like, "There's currently a space war going between turbo fascists and the Ultra Conquerors. There's
Right.
a giant
Like,
intergalactic war of the two main baddest and meanest people going on currently, and that's how it starts. After the whole Elder God exploded out of a planet and almost killed two deities in a fight with another giant Elder God, it's already nuts and dark and funky."
yeah. Plus, like, grit is best when it has, when you could compare it to something that's sparkly. Like when you have something sparkly, but you turn the corner and there's actually grit. That's always a
It's,
lot
you need
more
like like what's it called,
shocking.
the back and forth between, like, you need to be able to like be like have the small ha-has to be like, hell yeah, get some levity on the fact that I just did a horrible act.
Right, right. Like you're in a sparkly fancy space arcade with VR stuff and everyone's having a good time. But then you open the door to the back and there's like I don't know, homeless people chained up in the back or something. You're like, oh my god,
Yeah,
you
there's like some
know, the
seedy,
VR is
awful
being
stuff
fueled
happening
by
because
real brains.
it's still a city. It's still like a big space where bad things can happen.
Right.
Leave a
Hey, you got a
follow.
follower. That said, if you want a pure gritty game, you know, the nanites are not going to books, and I've jammed them myself. They're fun. Like it's whatever your table wants.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a big galaxy out there. Just like the real world is a very diverse place. You know, New York City versus like rural Mongolia are
I
two
was
like
about to
completely different
say,
worlds.
go if you're from New York and you go to like Kansas in the middle of nowhere cornfield, you're gonna be scared.
Oh no, the corn. Don't let
Corn's
the
no
corn
joke.
get
I
you.
get lost in that shit.
Oh no.
It's right across the street from me. It doesn't let me leave.
Hey Phoebe, have you heard of that thing that people have been posting memes about in your Discord for like a month?
Listen, okay, I try to stay as far away from any gacha game as possible because I'm terrified of getting addicted to gambling. And just because you attach cute horse girls to it and like it makes it kind of funny doesn't mean I'm gonna fall for your propaganda. You're not gonna get my money.
Oh no.
I know you're like a government sting.
You wake up one day in a tuna fishing boat with a Yakuza person yelling at you to go catch fish because you haven't paid off your gotcha bills.
Fucking I made one mistake of drawing horse titty and now I'm in the bottom of a lake because I pissed off the Yakuza. No, I'm good.
Corn heritage for Gorn. You could be a corn leshy.
Oh, no, you could be you could totally be a fruit leshy that just gives people corn.
Yeah. You could be a corn husk poppet too.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, there's some good art of
You could be a corn leshy that has a husk poppet made of your shed husk.
oh no, you could worship the god of rivers and mosquitoes and have a little mosquito witch corn husk doll and talk to it. It's like really deep PFS lore right there, but there's this creepy doll in this like horror game for Pathfinder that keeps showing up in like random. You're supposed to have it like show up in random players' bags and stuff. So I printed out a picture of it and started like hiding it on my players when they went off for drink breaks and stuff.
Yeah, I love that.
I want a Starfinder Poppet variant. It's like an action figure. I mean, you could play
I mean,
Poppet.
that's
And
already just one of the poppet ones, yeah.
yeah, yeah, just play a Poppet and be like, I'm an action figure.
Heckin'. Oh yeah, there's one
Starfinder.
question I thought was really goofy
Oh,
that I just remember. I just scrolled down to listen, and saw it was the very bottom. How many like weird space like fast food slash like app slash other type of names did you guys ever come up with like on the low, just like hanging out?
I mean, the most common joke is to just take the first letter and replace it with an SP. That's how we get like, let me spoogle that for you real quick or stuff like that. Um, or like we'll put star in front of it, or we'll like say something like Starbucks or it has star in front of it, like Starbucks or like. But there's a lot of those. I love hearing people's creative names for space businesses. I think my favorite was from the Angels of the Drift comic book that was released 2 years ago, where they had a shoe store named Psycho Pumps with a little Psycho Pump
Oh,
crow
oh,
as their logo.
that's so fucking peak.
Yeah, I loved Psycho Pumps. It's an Obsolab station according to the comic book, so I'm 95% sure I could put that in an adventure if I ever get to writing an adventure.
Dude, I need that in my life. Psycho pups fucks.
Oh, Vesk Foo Grip. Oh no.
Hello.
Ah, my eyes. I can't see. The corn sweat got my eyes. We have corn sweat coming from half the state and smoke coming from the other half. It's
No,
it's awful.
real. They're like I live right across the street from a fucking cornfield. And so at least twice a year, we can't go outside. I have to keep the chickens inside because there's unable to breathe.
Oh wow, Test of the Star Scones is really good. I'm sending that to someone. I mean, I'm sending it to myself so I can send it to 100 other people later, but there we go. All right. Starbucks. Yes, a Vesk Starbucks. You have to fight for your coffee. I love that. You get coffee between rounds of fighting. Hi, Ronia. Oh, glorious, glorious. Yeah, Space Ronald McDonald be scary. We need space clowns. We need stats for space clowns. We need a whole
Dude, I love
PFS
clowns.
adventure full of evil space clowns now. Oh, to answer that question from a million years ago, I do like the Reddit take that grenades are cool. Because I was happy we got to test grenades. Like a lot of things in the playtest were pushed, but the grenades were undercooked, and I'm really glad I was able to just be like, you know what, it does like 14d8 now. Why not? Let's do it. People don't use consumables enough. Um, so it's fun to get people to want to use consumables because that's always an issue. Even with me, like if you look at my 18th level character sheet, I have some like 3rd and 4th level consumables, and I'm still like, I might need this someday. It's completely worthless, but you never know. I might bribe a guard with it or something. Except it's mine. But you're always scared of like, I won't have enough money to buy my next gear upgrade. But you're like, dude,
Mhm.
it's like 100 credits. That's not gonna make or break it.
And it's like 100 credits, and there's like an item you can get just called like a reusable grenade shell. Like you just kind of use once per like 10 minutes,
yeah.
so you at least have at least one grenade at all times.
Oh my god. So I made that when we were having a playtest games for a while, and I played a soldier with a grenade because I wanted to test the grenade launcher on a Doshko to
Mhm.
see how that would work with like different mechanics. And I decided he'd be like a Brutaris player. So I'm like, I want a reusable grenade shell. I'm gonna make the grenade shell look like a Brutaris ball. So you could just spike it on the ground and like blow yourself up. Um
I kind of love that.
every time I write grenade stuff, I end up thinking about what it's like to just throw it right in your own square and blow yourself up. Or I think about bouncing it. We had that problem once when I originally wrote the grenade rule. You could have it bounce as much as you want, but every time it bounces, it halves its remaining range increments. And Thirsty looked at that was just like, Dustin, please don't do that. That's so complicated.
That's so
And
much
then
math.
I realized that's it rounded up. Like if you just bounce it 5 feet, you could have it bounce indefinitely. So you could just juggle it. So you could like drop the grenade and have it bounce back into your hand and keep juggling it as much as you want, and it'll just keep bouncing forever. Which like I don't know what you could do with that, but like we can't have that be a thing. Like one bounce is fine. If people need more than that, we'll figure it out later.
I can follow. What is Brutaris? Brutaris is like super murder football.
Yeah. Yeah, Brutaris is great. It's like football, except the ball's full of spikes and you could like do actual harm to each other, and there's traps all over the field, and yeah.
It's my favorite. I love the concept of like, how do we get okay in like an age where Zoe is constantly streaming horrible things happening that we're so desensitized to stuff. How do we make sports relevant? Make it more violent.
Right, right. And it's fun too because it's a sport you could definitely play and encounter and use all your class feats that are normally used to kill people to like just play the game, which is fun because you don't always want to resolve stuff using skill checks.
Mm-hmm. Especially like rocket jump, the one soldier feat would work super well.
Yes. God, cloud storage would break Brutaris though.
Oh yeah,
Just
because you just kind of whoop.
toss the ball into an extra dimensional space and then the running back will pull it out of said space. But you know, you have referees, they'd just be like, you can't do that again. Okay.
Referees that are just like, it's not cool looking, don't do it.
Yeah, we can't sell tickets if every team is just one Zoomy boy and one Mystic boy just passing the ball through hyperspace or whatever.
And while we're on
Ugh.
the topic of like Zoe and other sports like that, what is your favorite like NPC or like character you were able to like make for like to just be existing in the universe of Starfinder so far?
I can't. This is a quick thing for all the questions. My
Mhm.
answer will change every 20 minutes, so take that with a grain of
That's
salt,
fair.
and don't call me on it when my answer changes. But right now, I'm going to say Kinpopo, who is a Volcarisu linguist in Starfinder Society. I like having a linguist NPC so that the PCs don't have to waste time like deciphering text if it's in an adventure. And I was really happy to get the Volcarisu in 2E, like in a
Mhm.
published adventure, because I wasn't sure how canon it was going to be because it was just in back matter of like a comic book. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Thirsty, can we please like just throw this in? Or is it Jessica? Can we put this NPC in here just to like make sure it's canon? Like put it in bold text, the name of the species, so we know.
Yeah.
Someday I'll get to write it right, please. I want my little squawkses. I like squawkses a lot.
I love that answer. Also, thank you for the raid, Mount.
I do like Rat Rod a lot too. He's a Yosoki racer, and I like him because my first time playing Starfinder at Gen Con, uh we had like a junk race pod race thing, and the GM would give us all dice to roll for the NPCs because otherwise it would just be the GM and one PC rolling 100 times.
Mhm.
And I got Rat Rod, who's supposed to be this like badass racer rival that you're supposed to beat in this race.
Yeah.
And I kept rolling the D20. I got a 1 6 times in a row. So he never left the starting line. His racer just like kerplunked and died at the starting line. And
Bruh.
that inspired me to tell Jessica during a team meeting. She was all like, "Okay, guys, last season of first edition Starfighter Society, what adventures do we have to have?" And I'm like, "Well, Rat Rod was the first adventure. Let's make Rat Rod's Revenge like the last adventure." She's like,
Mhm.
"Yes." So in the final season, you get to race him again. He challenges the PCs because he's
I fucking
evil,
love that name so much.
right? Yeah, I'm bad with the names. Like it took me 3 weeks to think of Kid Popo. Like I'd be in the shower just like saying weird, scrunkly
Mhm.
sounding names, trying to think of a name, and then like you'll find one and Google it and be like, oh no, that's a real word.
I am always names are the last thing I ever put to any character or anything ever because that is the worst thing for me. I just sit there being like, "Ah, that's not cool enough. That sounds goofy. That's too pretty. That's this is that."
Yeah. Hmm. Oh, yeah. To answer Dina Gob, I love Morlamon. Morlamon amazing. Uh, I want all the 1E species to be ported to 2E. I love species. I love ancestries. I I just said Volcarisu, that would be one of them, but I honestly love every kind of ancestry. I love big space hulky insects. I love uh I would like to see some more astrally Novian. I love Novian. They're the little sapient stars. That little tiny floating sapient stars and or black holes. I'd love to see them. There's the fact that Tui isn't dependent. It isn't size. The fact that size doesn't make too big of a difference in 2E, really compared to 1E, really makes me want to see large and small and tiny
Mhm.
ancestries because we could do that now without having to worry about somebody with a spike chain controlling the entire battlefield because they're large.
Say yeah, because like we just got show bad in that one Starfighter Society thing like a couple of days ago, and I was like, oh, my favorite. They're like my third favorite like species in all of Starfighter behind like Trox and shit.
Oh, Sebastian wants pipe foxes. I would love a pipe fox ancestry, but that really feels like a Starfighter Infinite product that I'd write, not a first party.
I agree, Bramble Bear. We need an ancestry book for Starfinder.
We need all the books for Starfinder, and the more
Everyone
books we
buy
sell,
all
the
of the
more books we
books.
make, and the more books you could buy, and then the more books we could sell.
Everybody give Paisho your dollars. I need
uh,
47 books immediately. Same.
I mean, you could buy 47 copies of the Starfinder player core.
Dude,
No one will
don't even know
stop
where
you.
I'd put all that many. I got my physical copy yesterday. I think it was. It was yesterday, the day before. And this is a chunky book.
You could donate them to your local YMCA, library, orphanage,
I remember
church.
when
I
we
don't
had a
know, school.
library.
Oh man. And like we're trying to make sure that like we're putting content in as many places as possible for not just GMs but also players. Like you saw with the Pathfinder Society Guide for Organized Play. And all the Pathfinder Society adventures have at least an item in it. Like I feel sorry for Archives and Athos. I don't know how they're gonna handle that, but I get to do design passes on all of them, and that makes me really happy because I like seeing things in the same environment and architecture and like everything standardized.
Hmm.
Oh no, Shamwolf, that sounds bad. Uh, if kids play Pathfinder, Starfinder, they want money for drugs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Plus, Pathfinder and Starfinder books have much higher resale value than drugs. Like
Yeah.
you'd be shocked at how well RPG books maintain their value over the years, or even go up, especially if it's a low print book.
Hmm.
Yeah, RPG books are pretty good for value. I mean, they're not as insane as TCG cards, but TCG cards also drop down to nothing in value. So like
I
RPG books are more stable.
hate how badly TCG cards have gotten in price. I just want to learn how to play fucking Digimon. I don't want to have to spend $300.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I have a friend who can't afford to play Magic, so they draw all their own cards.
I love that.
Just funny because I know some players don't like printed cards, and I'm not encouraging that in any way, shape, or form. But when I see a card hand drawn because they say I can't see it, I'm just like, that is so charming and cute, and those
Hmm.
drawings are amazing. And you put more effort into each of these cards than I did like buying a booster pack. So like, yeah, that's cool. Uh, Stuff like a walking hut. Yeah. God, now I'm thinking of like a walking hut ancestry. What would be the best base for that? Probably like a
Do you just
automaton.
okay? That makes me think of like you start out as like a tiny shack, and then as you level up, get more and more things.
Baba Yaga's portageon.
I didn't want to say sorry. I was like an outhouse, but I thought it.
No, you need to start out as like just like an egg with like chicken legs, and then like the egg hatches at like a certain level. Like instead of ancestry feats, you just have only one feat for like
Mhm.
level 13 or something, and the egg hatches in your little house. I don't know. That doesn't really make sense for an
Birdhouse,
ancestry. It's more
outhouse, castle.
of I mean, oh, there is the dungeon ancestry
Oh
from
yeah, from Roll for
Battle
Combat.
Zoo. That would work. Yeah, yeah, Roll for Combat's dungeon ancestry would be the best way to do that. I don't know why I read Baba Yaga's hut and I instantly thought like how could we do that as an ancestry? Okay, that's
Mm.
weird. Yeah.
Now I'm just imagining Baba Yaga in her hut in Starfinder, and it does like a sick kickflip on a hoverboard that's also gigantic.
Oh, we fought Baba Yaga like 3 months ago in our Starfinder 1E game.
What?
Uh, and her hut was terrible. They took the stats from it was Alex Agunas was our GM, and he took the stats from Reign of Winter and converted them to Starfinder, and it was terrifying. The hut was terrifying. Baba Yaga, I just hit with this dumb spell that says you can't cast spells or use abilities if you fail a will save, and she rolled a 1 on her save, and it's like, yep, okay, we can't. She can't do anything the rest of the combat. You're just fighting the hut now, basically. And I think he made the hut with mecha rules. Yeah, yeah, the hut was a mech,
Okay,
which
I
makes
love
sense.
that. I can't wait for mechs, dude. Ever since like we got that from like I think it was the first like little panel slash interview that was done for Starfighter, being like, yeah, no, they'll be around. Mechs will come around sometime with like within like Starship rule stuff as well. I was like, oh, because like mechs were towards the later end of Starfighter One,
Right, right. Yeah.
and so I was
Well,
like,
Jenny is our sparkly creative director, so we're going to have them sooner rather than later, I hope.
mm-hmm.
Um you need to learn to turn it off. Yeah, okay, Shan Wolf, you sound like my boss during every quarterly. You're doing great. Just like please don't be in the teamwork chat at 2 in the morning giving us random ideas. I'm like, okay, I'll just write them down. Can't stop me from thinking up feats when I am inspired.
I mean, hey, it's your job now, so like, fuck it.
uh no, I'm better at life work balance than my than the memes. suggest. But yeah, it's something we all gotta learn.
Especially when you turn some of those memes into things in Starfinder.
Right, right. Um, you know what? I'm just gonna say something 'cause I don't know what else to talk about, and I'm really glad. I really enjoy the fire extinguisher. No one's talked about it yet, but the fire extinguisher is a little baby of mine.
What?
Um, there. So in the in the playtest book, there's a thing called the uniclamp. It lets you clamp whatever you want onto. You could give your item the clamp and clamp
Hmm.
an item to your clamp, so you could clamp while you clamp. And one of the examples given was a fire extinguisher. But we didn't have stats for a fire extinguisher, and people in the survey were like, "Where's the fire extinguisher? I want a fire extinguisher. Give us a fire extinguisher." And I kind of already had stats in my home game for one, so I'm like, "Okay." I adjusted them, of course. It just produces a cone of like counteract fire. Um,
Hmm.
but the thing I like is it uses chem tanks, so technically the fire extinguisher uses the same ammunition as the flamethrower. So you could just pop the chem tank off your fire extinguisher and put it in your flamethrower if you feel like you made a mistake and want more fire instead of less fire.
Okay, I really love that idea of being like, I control whether I want or do not want fire.
You could even clamp a fire extinguisher onto your flamethrower, I just realized.
Oh yeah, the clamp.
Yeah. I think you'd be like, I could have a cone of fire or a cone of not fire whenever
I
I
am the
want.
fireman. Which one depends on the time of day and my mood.
Yeah, fire. Oh, icy hot gun. Yeah, and then you could put the icy and fiery module, and your fire flamethrower will deal additional frost damage whenever you flamethrower someone. And if somebody asks why, you could just start ranting about. Wow, my brain just died on that. Heat, cold. That thing we're not allowed to talk about in role playing game design. My
Like
brain just died.
thermo,
Sorry.
whatever the hell.
Yeah. Thermodynamic. Doesn't matter. Uh, there's a TV trope for it.
It's the one thing that I don't that's too big brained for me, and it makes me scared, especially when I see one of my players taking that one psychic like subclass. It's all about using fire and cold back and forth.
Right? Because theoretically, a fireball shouldn't be doing the same damage over its entire area. Because like there should be a little less fire on the corner. Plus, like lava shouldn't only do damage when you touch it. Why isn't there damage like being less damage being 5 feet away from it, more damage being next to it? And the answer is because that's silly and
Mhm.
nobody wants to do that much thinking. Um,
Although
because
that
this
reminds me
isn't
of
GURPS.
old ass D&D, like OG D&D, where you had to like aim the fireball, and if there was like something in the way, you had to make sure you didn't hit it and you could only go through tiny gaps, but you had to roll to get it through a tiny gap.
Uh, huh.
You had to do like what volume does it like expand into, and how does it move around based on its volume, depending on
Right.
how big the space is.
Man, yeah, researching how a fireball would work in gravity
That sounds
of lost
like
time
too
I will
much
never
work.
get back. It's amazing though. Fire is so cool in space. It does weird stuff. Like if you light a match in space, like instead of it burning, it will just like womp off into a giant sphere of
Oh,
heat that will just disappear. It's like that's so cool. Uh to answer Mitmout, yeah, Thurston was huge on. He was definitely he was the head of the Star Friends when we started the project, and everyone on the Star Friends contributed very much. Thirsty, he wrote the soldier, like the base for the soldier, and then all the feats up to 10th level. He wrote the second half of the feats for some other class. Maybe it was the mystic, maybe it was the operative. Yeah, we all worked on so much of it, and then we all checked each other's work. Um, but Thurston was our brave leader up until he became the associate publisher, and now he's our leader's leader. Yeah, chick. Yeah, I'm so happy we got these little V2 models. So weird to have my floating head or light up avatar next to Phoebe here. Yeah, and I used to make jokes for like the last year and a half since I saw Phoebe's stream. I would make jokes in the Star Friends chat like can we just spend the morale budget on V2 models? Can we get V2 models? When are we getting V2 models? Um oh And you could watch Luis Loza, Thurston Hillman, Jenny Jarzabski, and I think it was Rue. They played Warframe when they showed these models.
I'm so
And that
mad
was
that they
fun.
played Warframe.
Why?
Cause now I play Warframe again.
Yay!
I have I
Synergy.
have now 50 more hours in Warframe now. I
Yay!
stopped 5 years, 6 years. I stopped this in 2019. I was like, I'm never going back. I can't with that grind. And I saw them play Warframe, and I was like, ah, like the Joker man, not the Joker, the fucking Green Goblin mask from the couch just staring at me, being like, play it. You know you want to. And I was like, no, I don't. I can't. I gotta persevere. And then the fucking announcement for Warframe crossover with Starfinder, I was like, oh no, it's happening. I gotta play it.
Yeah. Oh, what is the best weapon to abuse with the fact soldiers take no damage from range weapons themselves? I grenade. I love the idea of just being a Skittermander with 6 grenades and just being like kaboom.
Oh, I imagine it was from like the grenade launcher attachment because you just boom and you just explode and you soar into the air like Stitch in the end of like Lilo and Stitch the first movie where he shoots himself off into the lava.
Yeah. Oh, I was so happy when I realized in development that you could put a grenade launcher on like a dagger.
It just says attached to a weapon, and I love that because I didn't really like think about it about putting on melee weapons until like you said it like 20 minutes ago, and I was like, God, he's a genius. No wonder he works there.
It's like, did you just bring a knife to a gunfight? Yep. Thump. What? And you can do like cool, serious stuff with that too. Like have a smoke grenade in your dagger when you go to assassinate someone. Be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Or like play a melee soldier. I don't know, rocket jump. I don't forget if we
I
took that
was
out. Or...
talking about it on stream yesterday, me being like, I know the rocket jump is kind of worded to be like, you have to make like an area attack at your feet and all that stuff like that. And I was like, technically speaking, with close quarters, it makes all of your two-handed weapon attacks burst area attacks. So I can rocket jump by pole vaulting awkwardly.
Whee! Just punch the ground and it explodes and you go
God, that's
flying.
such a cool concept.
Like Team Rocket and Pokemon, every time Pikachu zapped the ground, it exploded for some unknown reason. There was a old First D adventure that had a starship combat in an asteroid belt, and it said if the asteroids take any damage, they explode. And I didn't know that, and I challenged the enemy. I didn't want to do starship combat, so I challenged the enemy pilot to fight me with knives or swords or whatever on the asteroid in our spacesuits. And the GM started laughing, and I was like, "What?" And he says, "Well, damage explode." And I'm like, "So if I stab an asteroid with a knife, it'll explode?" Yes.
That sounds like such a power play.
Just be like, you haven't beat me yet, stab. Oh, silly, silly, silly. I mean, the asteroids, when they wrote that, they meant with a starship one.
Yeah, but I really like the idea that it didn't specify, so you just like tap it, it goes, ugh!
Kaboom. If you punch the ground and miss, you start flying. Ha. I love it. Yeah, we have to be very careful to always write target enemy, not target target. Otherwise, people will be like, "Oh boy, I could just kick the ground and say I'm using my cool feat that gives me this stupid bonus."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There could be someone out there who's like, "The world is my enemy. I attack the planet." But I think there's a sidebar there for GMs to say like, just punch your player if they do that.
Mm-hmm.
In Minecraft. Grenade launching brass knuckles. Yes.
Oh yeah, there was a couple of things about some class stuffs I wanted to ask you about, if that's okay.
Oh, sure, sure. Yeah.
So Solarian on the playtest had like 3 different subclasses, and then you guys decided in the release to get rid of all the subclasses entirely and just replace the subclass stuffs with just class feats that were of the same thing.
Yeah.
Why?
So the simplest answer is playtest feedback. Is the simplest answer. The more complex answer is if we want to expand the class, it's a whole lot easier to do with feats, and it makes it a whole lot easier to multi-class into a Solarian without having to like figure out how you'd get class features. which is doable, but it's not elegant. And
Hmm.
game design is elegant. I don't. Yeah, that's pretty much the main reason though was playtest feedback. It is a core class in the player core, and we do not like the core classes getting too complicated without a very, very good reason,
Hmm.
and that was not a good enough reason. And I feel like if I say that, someone in the chat will be like, "But Technomancer," and I'll be like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, Technomancer, I like because I get it because like Technomancer and Mechanic like they really much rely on all the tech stuff happening as well.
Right.
And I remember having the Starfinder first edition core rulebook that was like 600 pages, and like 100 and something pages were just detailing all the tech gear that would make the mechanic and that work. And it was so huge.
Yeah. I mean, Technomancer is interesting. The class in 1E was very much I hack magic, and
Hmm.
I wanted to do that somehow. The feedback we got that says it feels like a Yu-Gi-Oh player wrote this is actually kind of dead on because I wrote it. And it's like, oh no, like professional modern Yu-Gi-Oh players will be like, is that an extender in my class? Did you just do like starter extender combo final line? And I'm like, yeah, kind of did.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's why I like it. Yeah, yeah,
Can
yeah,
I ask something about the Technomancer?
yeah.
When it
I
came
guess.
to designing the names of the subclasses being based on and like little puns of real life programming languages, whose idea was that?
Completely me.
Ah, I
I
knew it. I
most
called it.
Yeah, I used to use DC++ a lot in college, for totally legitimate reasons, right? Okay. And I liked like that was the first one I came up was DPS++. Because and as I was writing them, at first I thought they were silly, and then I realized like, oh, this actually helps justify why a gun from Eox could use the same attachment as a gun from the Aslanti Empire. Like that doesn't make much sense unless they have
Like a
some
common programming language.
universal. Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, okay, so this does actually help solve a problem that nobody else has thought of. Uh um and then the others were kind of thought up. Just I looked at lists of programming languages, and I know there was another one that was the second one. I thought was programming languages DPS plus plus. What happened to my PDF?
DBS plus plus is my favorite one of all of those because I'm
Uh
in a Discord with a bunch of rando nerd programmer people, and I show them that, and they could not stop laughing, and they all want to play Technomancers now.
Yay. Viper was my second one for sure. It's just
Hmm.
based on Python, but it's also like the Aspis Consortium are a faction in our setting that they sell bogus magic items, or they'll sell you consumable magic items and claim they're permanent. And I liked the idea of like leaning in on that flavor because an Aspis is a type of Viper. Uh and I'm glad people like that one because like a lot of our playtesting is intentionally pushing stuff to see how far I could push the I want to see how complex and crazy I can make stuff, and then pull it back if I need to.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. So I'm glad it worked.
I
Uh,
love it. How much of the goofy names of everything in like Starfinder's player core did you have a part in? Like, was it mainly you, or did like everybody contribute goofy
it
names and
was.
funny
I don't
stuff?
want to like say it was me and then be wrong. I'd feel guilty and bad, and
That's fair.
would kick myself at night. But like, I think so. I know. I know. At one point, Thirsty came to me and said like, "Hey, Dustin, I don't mind your pun meme names, but like, we have to limit ourselves per book, and we don't have a hard limit because I know if I give you a hard limit, you try to reach that limit every book, even if you don't have a good idea. And that's a good policy. Um, but yeah, a lot of the silly names were me. A couple of times I wrote a name that apparently was a pop culture reference because I didn't know it was a pop culture reference, and I'm like, oh no, I'm sorry. I don't know. Especially video games, I'm not very I don't follow very closely, so I sometimes accidentally have the same idea as somebody else. Um,
Mhm.
But as long as it was used by like 5 or 6 other people who aren't related in any way, shape, or form, it's like, okay, this is clearly universal now. Um, I know one that did get through though was I was asked to write a few more feats for Witch Warper to fill space
Mhm.
and see if they needed anything, and I realized they needed like ways to modify their zones. So I'm like, I'll make zone feats. Um, and I gave them all a name with the word zone in them, and Danger Zone was like the
That
first one
was
I
my
thought of.
favorite one.
And then my second one was Twilight Zone. But that one got changed when we realized that like I think it was Thirsty actually looked at that and went like, Twilight isn't darkness, Dustin. And I'm like, oh yeah. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, we could call it something else. But it would be fun someday to think of what Twilight Zone would even do. But and sometimes I write some of the like edgelordy names too, which is just me channeling my inner chick. Like the Mystic has uh why were you not able to wow, sorry about that. My PDF just crashed. The Mystic had one that was like Child of the Twilight Shadows or something.
Mhm.
It had some name like that, and that was just me being like intentionally, yeah. Because like I like how Starfinder takes place so far in the future that you could find like videos. So like the idea of stuff like DPS or whatever should just be common parlance.
Because like
Like
there's arcades,
everyday.
there's everything.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Because like in 500 years, like nobody will say words that we now consider modern, that will definitely, be just background. Like nobody will think of
Mhm.
them as like modern. They'll just be old again. Yeah,
I just really
which
love that because like fuck dude, vid game lore is an entire thing. There's like a background all about being a streamer.
yeah. Yeah, like some people thought cloud storage on the Mystic was weird because they were like, cloud storage, that should be on the Technomancer. It's a tech name. And I'm like, yeah, but they've had cloud storage for like 600 years. So like
Mhm.
it would be like us referencing something in the 1400s. So it's
Yeah, no, because the gap was like 1,000 or so years, right?
yeah.
And like fuck dude, 1,000 years ago, we had dirt and sickness.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we had the firmament. We believed all dirt was sin and falling from the clouds, falling from the stars, the little dots in the sky, and cementing itself on the planet, and we were the dumping ground of the cosmos. Wasn't that lovely?
And now we have so much other knowledge about dumb shit. We also have goofy stuff on the side, and that's what I love about Starfinder because now it's just that even further in the future with weird dudes.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, and sometimes I'll accidentally use a name from a card game or a playing game and be like, "Hey, Dustin, oops, I'm sorry, change that."
No, that's fair. I'm pretty sure my brain would definitely like randomly insert references to things that like I know are references, but really
Yeah,
blacked out when I was making it, being like, oh wait, that makes zero sense to be there, or that's just a guide from a game I play a lot.
right. And you don't have to use these names in character at all. Like,
Hmm.
I don't call my Solarian solar weapon his solar weapon. I call it like the Star Gem of Sugarata, and the fact that it has anything to do with another Solarian's ability doesn't it's not like he's from like
Hmm.
a Solarian academy. It's just he
Because it's
has
not
a
like you're playing a game and you're like, oh yeah, that's the fighter. He
right,
is one of
right,
the fighters.
right. I mean, and like the exception to that, I guess, is spells because you could identify spells, but like,
Hmm.
who cares?
I
Nobody
feel
uses
like at
that
that
in
point it
real
would just
life.
default to like the Magic tradition, like he's an arcane user, look out, versus like,
Right,
oh yeah, that's Witch.
right. And you got to assume that like people just came to figure out the spell because it's manipulating reality. You got to assume different just came to figure out the same spells and called them different
Hmm.
things. Like Fireball versus Ball of Fire. I know those were like the two lamest names possible, but
I mean, that's exactly what it would be, though. Like, there's no way, because like for every wizard would have their super tech. It's like Latin names for animals. Like, oh, it's like this super big name as a frog.
yeah. Yeah, it would be like Sota's Fury. There we go. That's what my Blanco would call his fire. There we go.
Combustosphere.
Combustosphere. Oh no. I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it.
I would love to play like the most unoriginal, boring wizard ever, and just be like, boom thing.
Oh, I'm glad people aren't asking me questions I can't answer.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, here, let me ask you a question that you can't answer. So after
Okay.
we get every class ever, what other classes are you going to invent randomly?
At that
There's
point,
so many questions for those.
at that point, I will look at a random anime and find it was a cool. How can I make a class? And it will be great. Actually, more likely, I'd probably look at all the magic traditions we have, all the class roles, and all the types of characters you could possibly have, and be like, have we ever made a primal tank skillful character yet? I don't think we have. Let's
Yeah,
figure
just start
that
mixing them together
out. Yeah, like that.
and just see what
That
like
is another
sticks and
one
what
of the
doesn't.
classes. Yeah, yeah, it'll be fine. That time I got reincarnated to a Starfinder. Yeah, Shadwolf. That's a thing.
That's
I
a
got to work
thing.
on that
I saw that on Gen
with
Con.
Jessica. Yeah, Jessica, I think, was the one who wrote it, and I love it, and they did a great job. I converted it from an archetype to a heritage, but other than that, like, it's 99% theirs. It's a charity boon, so I think the charity might still be going on. I don't know, but if Starfighter Society, go give money to a charity, um, in the Saga More. And if you want it in your home game, give money to a charity, and then ask your GM to use it in the home game. I don't know what to say about it.
It's
When we
so
finish all the
funny.
classes, Starfighters. No, no, you can't say that. Bad now. That's the forbidden secret word. No, I just got done with 2E. I don't want to start thinking about 3E.
It is too late. It's happening now.
No, no, I don't. Like, it's funny, when I was first hired by Paizo, it was November, and my first assignment was thinking up a new class for Starfinder First Edition with some parameters. And then January rolled around, and suddenly it was, we are not publishing any more first edition books other than Mechageddon. So you need to start working on second edition. And I'm like, oh, and and I then remembered during my interview, when I was asked what book do you want to write more than anything, I was, second edition core rulebook, I guess, but that won't be for a few years, right? Right. And then the monkey paw
As
curled,
I say, the
and
camera pan to you.
like, no, what have I done? Uh yeah, and even asking me now, like, what are my ideas? So many of my ideas at the beginning of second edition ended up panning out. Like, at one point, I wanted to get rid of survival as a skill, because it's like half of survival is nature lore and the other half is stealth. So I'm like, and we're in space now, so we have GPS on our phones. So I'm like, do we need survival? And then Jason Bullman challenged me and was like, yeah, Dustin, you still need survival, and I'll show you why. And sent us on an adventure where we had all these survival checks that we really couldn't use any other skill for. I'm like, fine. Plus, it makes compatibility a lot easier. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we'll keep survival.
It probably is just easier to add 2 skills instead of removing a couple core ones.
Right. And in retrospect, no, survival's and then I realized I could write new skill feats, so I can make skills more useful by adding more stuff to the game.
I loved all the playtests, fucking performance skill feeds.
Yeah, I realized we need, if we don't have a, so let's make more performance skill feats. And while some of those got cut, we have them in a cut file. They were not cut for balance reasons. They were cut because we ran out of room. We thought that a lot of those feats, like especially the sillier ones, players would protest, and or like they wouldn't work. We thought a lot more of the feats wouldn't work than actually worked.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought some of them might be too broken. Like, I thought Feign Death was going to be way too good. It wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray. Yeah, and I thought some people would think some of the feats are too anime. Kashik Eye, which is now Kashik Sync. I thought people would think that's too like anime coded, and would like get all angry because I'm I was a tabletop role player in the 90s, and if you told somebody you liked anime and they were a tabletop gamer, they'd be like, "Be quiet, we don't talk about that. Like, watch out, people are gonna call you a weeb or something,
Hmm.
or think less of you." And if you told people who liked anime that you like tabletop, no, don't say that. People are gonna think less of you. You can't bring a Magic deck to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and you can't bring a Yu-Gi-Oh deck to a Magic tournament. But things are a lot better now, and
Hmm.
I really enjoy that. I like that a lot. Yeah, things like Exalted really help that. And, plus, like people realizing that anime is just Dragon Ball. It's not just Dragon Ball and hentai. It's a style. Categorizing anime as like one thing, as like all shonen would be like categorizing all live action as
Hmm.
all CSI. Yeah. And yeah, like especially now that we're getting some anime that like wouldn't sell to 13-year-olds, like Legend of Galactic Heroes and stuff and Spice and Wolf and stuff, people are like,
Hmm.
"Oh wow, there's actually a lot of depth to a lot of this, and there's more than just people screaming for 20 minutes and blowing up planets."
Me when I was like, Gundam's dumb. It just has big robots. I don't care. Than me, 2 series in, being like, and then the politics.
Yeah. Oh man, Runia said Slayers. I love Slayers so much. Slayers is like the PF1 of fantasy anime. It's so good. There's like, it makes you laugh, but then it makes you cry. And I mean, I feel that way about Gintama too, come to think of it. There's a lot of good comedy action anime. Man.
Mhm.
Oh, I love Slayers. All right. Oh, that's Sebastian who said that. Okay, no wonder. Gintama fan thought. Yes, yes, I love Gintama. Any anime that a fight scene between a mentor and a student that you're like bawling at the screen because it was like 300 episodes in the making, and then one of them slips on a piece of dog poop, and you're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I cried at that."
Dude, fucking Gintama ruined my life because Gintama for like the first 200 episodes is a goofy comedy thing, and then you get to like the deep backstory stuff, and you're like, oh, I came here to laugh. Why is there sadness?
Oh man, yeah, definitely. And I would love a Starfinder anime. So if anyone's their uncle works at, I don't know, UFO table, I know that's not how anime works, but like, yeah.
I mean, hey, we're getting a video game.
Man, what happened to all those kids on the play school who swore that they had a relative who worked at Nintendo? They'd be like, "Mew is below the truck. My uncle works in
Dude, I
Nintendo."
love that. That was my favorite thing to hear people yell in like Call of Duty lobbies. Or else I'd be
Right?
like, my dad works at Microsoft. He's gonna ban you. And then, of course, being a 7-year-old, you're just like, oh no.
Yeah, my response now is like, "Oh, cool. Can your dad please contact customer.com and say they are looking for a." I mean, maybe not Battlefield. That would be a little boring for Starfinder. Sorry, anyone out there, but it's guns. I mean, I don't know. For all I know, Battlefield is deep lore that I don't know about.
Mm-hmm. I
Uh,
don't know.
I would love a Pokemon bestiary. Like, please, please, Nintendo, please, Pokemon Company.
Mm-hmm.
I want to write stats for
I
Bulbasaur.
was about to say, like, think of like imagine all like different IPs and stuff. Like, what IPs would you think you'd want to be able to work with as someone who makes like designers for tabletop games?
I mean, I want to buy Magic the Gathering Starfinder, but that's the opposite end. Like I said, I want a Pokemon bestiary would be awesome. Um, uh, like any anime that I watch, I'd love to just be like, cool, let's do this. Toho, I always thought that'd be really fun to do. Which you could do a Toho book legally without permission, but you could only sell it at conventions, and you can't make digital copies of it. So, no, that's not that works in Japan. That does not work in America because we are vast, and that would become a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, there are very few non-problematic things I wouldn't want to not make. Like Final Fantasy would be awesome, but that'll probably be better for. Um, Heck, Star Wars. I'd totally do Star Wars. That was like my
Mm-hmm.
first fandom was Star Wars. I mean, Outlaw Star was also and Tenchi Muyo. Like nobody cares about those. That would not make us the big bucks. I don't think there's a big market out there for Outlaw Star merchandise. Digimon would be fun. Yeah, I would. I haven't seen binge the entire series.
Your mic's cutting out a little bit.
Oh, hi. I was looking down at my table when
Oh,
I
you're
said
good.
that. Yeah. I was looking down at all my cards and card sleeves and thinking about oh, Fate Stay Night. Oh, of course, Nasuverse. Yeah, I would do the Nasuverse and love the Nasuverse. If anyone out there has, I mean, a Starfighter would be great for Fate Go. Not so much for Fate Stay Night, but it would be perfect for Fate Go. Oh, and I would love to do Umineko. Umineko AP would be so much fun, but it would be so hard. But it would be so much fun and so satisfying if you could figure out how to do the metaverse, speaking in the red, and both Umineko fans in chat are going to be excited by me saying that. I mean, I would Thirsty would love to write a 40K Starfinder book, I bet. I mean, I can't really speak for him, but like he's a huge 40K fan. He ran Warhams, and he still runs a 40K live play Rogue Trader, I think it is, live play. It'd be great. Yeah. Dragon Ball Z is science fiction. You know what else is science fantasy? Pokemon. Pokemon is science fantasy. I never really weeks ago. And then I thought about like PCs and Pokeballs, and like it's holy shit, Pokemon is science fantasy, not fantasy. Uh are you muted? Am I muted?
I muted. I tapped my thing by accident.
Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, I saw your mouth moving. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, because I was like, Porygon exists. I never thought about it until you said it.
Right? Yeah, yeah. Pokemon is just Yogurt Punk or whatever that's called, or Hope Punk, Solar Punk, Solar Punk. The yogurt must flow. Yeah, yeah. It's Solar Punk, which I love Solar
Yogurt
Punk.
Punk.
This is now the Chick Chick Show. I'm sorry, Script. I get talkative during conventions.
I mean, as you should.
Huh. uh, Metroid would be great. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Pokeballs is complete science fantasy. I mean, if you want Pokemon in your game, you get Elmon and like brew it up. Another roll for combat reference, I guess. Oh man, yeah, it's funny that always Cine brought up an interesting point. They talked about I love the theory that Pokemon's an alien invasion. Um, Pokemon was used when I was discussed. It was in my job interview, I think. Actually, they said like, "What do you think of the Starfinder setting?" About how like I like it because it's hopeful, and I like that because players can make. I mean, fans of any sort could make any setting dark. Like you can make Harry Potter or Pokemon or I don't know, whatever, Star Wars. You can make any Sergeant Frog. You can make any setting extremely dark. Darker than it needs to be, darker than this core setting. It's much easier to do that than to make Call of Cthulhu happy and hopeful.
Mm-hmm.
So like we'll make Starfighter shiny and bright and sparkly, and you are free to make it as dark as you want. Because it's not hard, and there are elements in it that are plenty dark for you to expand upon for sure. Um, but because the human brain, like is designed to look out for danger and to see things as darker than they really are. That's why we're so prone to conspiracy theories. It's very easy for humans to see something and think negatively of it. We're kind of natural pessimists, unfortunately, and that applies for our media as well. It's to see a happy little squangly character and be like, I bet they have a knife and they're going to stab the protagonist to death and eat their corpse, and you're like, okay, that's weird because this show is made for 6-year-olds, but okay.
Happy Call of Cthulhu is Gravity Falls.
Oh no, they're not wrong.
Not wrong.
Lord, all my SF world is everyone in a coma. I mean, that is a way to get to transfer your PF2 game into an SF2 game if you want. Everyone
You've been
wakes up.
playing like a video game or a tabletop in universe this whole time. Now you gotta go and actually do your job as a Starfinder.
Oh no, it's spreadsheet finder. You have to roll your day job checks. we've decided to make a downtime simulator where you play an office worker. It could be terrible.
Oh, that reminds me of I love that tech support is a fucking background because out of anything that would make me want to just go on to become a weird space mercenary, it would definitely be having to deal with call center bullshit for every day.
Right. Yeah. I got to throw out a lot of those ideas in backgrounds because I had this experience in Starfinder 1E where we played a game where we're all high school students before like bad stuff happens. And
Mm-hmm.
we couldn't really find any backgrounds for characters because all the backgrounds were like cultist, soldier, veteran, gang leader, pirate, and we're like, these don't really match. We just want to be normal, like get in these
Mm-hmm.
extraordinary circumstances. And that's what inspired me to be like, you should just have like gamer, call center, like those are the best stories. Like that's why people like superhero origin stories. We want the normal person doing extraordinary things.
Mm-hmm.
You don't shouldn't start out as like I killed and ate a god and now I'm a level 1 soldier for some
Mm-hmm.
reason. Don't have
Because I
questions.
love the background stuff. Because I love that type of stuff where you're like, I was just a guy. Like I like how Pathfinder 2 he has like tax collector as a background. When that's in the core book, just be like, I collected taxes. That was my job. Or like I was a lawyer. That's just my day job. I chopped down trees. I love that it translates into Starfighter too. He's like, yeah, I was a cab driver and I got bored of it, so I went out to I souped up my cab and then now I drive it into people for money.
Yeah. I love vehicles being affordable for level 1 characters. Thirsty spoiled in a stream 2 days ago that hoverboards are only going to cost 90 credits, which is a chunk of your starting credits, but like
I
you
can
get a
still do
hoverboard.
it. I mean, hey, you
Right.
dropped the price of the card caster, the card slinger in half, so now I can definitely afford both the card shooting gun and also a hoverboard to do sick kickflips on.
Yeah, yeah, the weapon tables really needed help after the playtest, because like originally the weapons had 6 different entries for every weapon. Like right now there's just the one, and then you apply track whatever. It used
Mm-hmm.
to be that every level, like commercial and tactical and whatever, had completely different stats. Like they could do different dice. They had different like
Oh.
ranges, different reloads, and that was how we originally were going to do weapons. Half the book will be weapon charts if you do that, and you could only
Mm-hmm.
have half as many weapons. And we're like, that's bad. Fine,
Not
we'll
for
go
my
back
tiny
to
goblin brain to keep up with. I just want to hit more.
right. Yeah, I players also wouldn't like open the player handbook and just seeing page after page of charts with no artwork. Like what this game? Um, yeah, Corbin Dallas multi-pass.
Yeah, was there gonna be different manufacturers originally? Like Borderlands was just gonna be like, this was made from here. Who knows?
Yeah, Uzma, Thuzma. Yeah, they had different traits. Like we had like it would start out so like the commercial one might not you might just have the tech trait, and then as they level up they'll get like versatile other damages or uh randomly get like a boost at a higher level, stuff like that. Yeah,
I
it,
love
it
those.
was it was really fun to design, but when you actually start playing you realize that like it's only fun to look at when you're thinking of or when you're analyzing the game. When you're actually in play it doesn't. When you're actually in play it would be a lot cooler if there was, instead of like, oh, the roto laser gets, this is all made up, don't, I'm just making this up on the fly, like, oh, the roto laser gets, I don't know, boost D10 when it becomes
Mm-hmm.
well, or when it becomes Paragon, and it's yeah, have a separate weapon that already does that at commercial. And adjust the weapon damage dice number it deals. But if you want to write up those weapon charts in Pathfinder Infinite or Starfinder Infinite, apologies, that would be cool.
Bro,
I'm sure there's someone out there who wants to do that and wants to play with that, but it is too much page count for a physical print product and does not add much to the game. It adds unnecessary complexity and it adds a lot more points of failure. I forgot that too. Like, there's no way we could possibly play test 5 times as many weapons as we have now and not expect there to be the Doom weapon just hiding in the shadows waiting for someone to find it a year later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We do have different manufacturers adding effects to weapons in 1E. And you're free to, like, especially higher levels, you could be like, here's an advanced weapon with one fewer upgrade slot but a built-in upgrade, and I just adjusted the price right, and we could say it's manufactured by somebody else. It's kind of how the Shobad long rifle works. Is it kind of just a sniper rifle with a built-in scope?
Mm-hmm.
Have the Doom weapon. The Doom weapon. Doom. Okay, yeah, sure, Shanwolf. If your home GM allows you outside 999 damage, and but good luck finding ammunition for it because it doesn't use. Yeah.
And through my list of stuff. Oh yeah. So when the envoy, how you guys changed how its directives work, where it's like a 1 to 2 action thing.
Yeah.
Was that just to like just free up their action economy and stuff more? Because like you can't do 2 directives at once, like one turn.
That is a great question. Um, that is large. It was, yes, it was largely based on feedback. A lot of people felt the envoy was too streamlined for optimal play in such a way that you were able to make decisions. You were like, well, I do this, and then to get the bonus, I have to do that. I use this to pass out that bonus again, and oh, that's all 3 actions.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I guess I could do something else, but it won't be as good, and I'll know that, so I'll feel bad.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Because I was like, hell yeah, I love the envoy. Why? Okay, another envoy question. Because I like the envoy a lot.
Envoy.
Size up. Went from a core class feature to a first level feat.
Yes.
Was that like a game balance thing, or was it just like you gave too much to it or too early for free?
When you give someone something as a feature, you make them feel like they have to use it. And size up is not a feature every GM and every table likes. It adds a lot. There's certain games, especially like dungeon crawls, where it adds an extra level. Like the GM feels bad because good use for it in the campaign, but they have it, so you feel like you have to make a use for it. And we could add more stuff. We could juice up the envoy a little bit more if we made it into a feat. And the feedback was just that some people liked it, but some people didn't. We just ended up making it into a feat.
Mm-hmm. I just makes sense. I didn't really think about that beforehand about how it would change, or how people would be like, "Man, I have this thing, I don't get to use it all."
Right? Yeah, it can be a problem, especially with like investigatory style classes. Skillful
Mm-hmm.
classes oftentimes get abilities that are like only good in urban intrigue long-term campaigns, and then you throw them into like abomination vaults, and you're just like, I don't
Yeah,
use this for.
I did have to be like, "Hey, I know we're gonna play like, I know you want to use your investigator character you made, but like we're gonna be playing like a bomb vaults, and maybe you can you can do the discombobulate, but you can't do any of your other class features."
Yeah, exactly. Oh, somebody redeemed a message. Has there been any discussion on how explored? Is it going to be loosely goosey, or can we expect more books like Ports of Call? Okay, so again, to go back to when I was hired, I'm not trying to make this all about me, but I only live my own experiences because I can't exist inside somebody else's body. When they asked me what I thought of the Starfinder setting, I want us to go deeper instead of wider. Starfinder 1 is awesome and I love it, but there's a lot of nouns that don't have any explanation at all to them. Like they have one sentence of lore and that's it. Not even enough for like a wiki article. like entire planets like that. And we want to make sure that now that we have all these cool nouns, we want to explore what they mean and go into them in more detail, and definitely want to make sure there's more expanded lore, because each of these worlds can be and should be as robust as Golarion. And while we don't have the infinite page count to supply that, we can do and do more. There's info about Avalon in Murder City, for example. And as for hardcover releases, yeah, sure. I mean, rub the, I would ask the Monkey's Paw for an entire, like, Lost Omen line of Starfinder books. And depending on how popular a game is, that is to see. And there's more lore in our books too. Like, that's another reason and now that it's in the novel, I mean, I'm sure we will rewrite it elsewhere as well, but we don't have to go into as much detail as say, which is great. Is it an important thing for you guys to keep Arian auto? Get him in the playtest used to apply a penalty reflex saves. It actually is, yes. Whenever we think of penalties to reflex, right there, yeah. Whenever we think of penalties to reflex saves, clumsy, I do have to consider, like, will this juice up the soldier too much? Which so far hasn't. It's a little thing to keep in mind, but I got to think of that with all my penalties. Gotta make sure there's the balance.
Was Soldier like too strong from the playtest?
No, soldier was great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm glad we made that. Like, primary fire was one little, so it goes off first.
Mm-hmm.
A
That
small
was a
part of
big
that is
help.
just, yeah, it's a big help. It's more fun to roll a die when you announce action, and doing it the other way around is weird. Like, a lot of people were forgetting their primary
I
fire.
did forget because I did a playtest with Bramble Bear, who was in chat earlier, and I was a soldier.
Yeah.
I'd keep being like, "Oh shit, I'm supposed to use my primary target," and then
Yeah. And the name is primary fire. Why is it?
why is it my
uh,
secondary fire?
yeah. Plus, it makes it a lot easier to be like primary fire than if you hit you debuff and then buff for the actual fire. Like, it made sense. Yeah. Well, Dynagob, you don't have to worry about horses not being. I mean, there's no horses in Starfinder right now. You could put them in from Pathfinder. I'm sure horses still exist as a creature, but you don't have to worry about 5-foot hallways, because we make sure beefy dragonkin get through anywhere. We always make sure that they're 10-foot hallways unless there's a very specific lore reason why, and if there is, we will make sure that, like, I mean, if there's a great difficult terrain 5-foot hallway you have to squeeze through, it's like, yeah, okay, just want that to be a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, because like there's so many large size species just hanging out normally, not even uncommon or rare. There's like so many big dudes now in Starfinder's stuff. They're just like, we didn't think of our architecture. That would suck so
Yes.
hard, having to like on your way to an office, have to squeeze through tiny cubicle ass hallways as you're a giant man.
I believe I've worked in places like that, especially the back of grocery stores gets like that sometimes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is this, will we get beam swords? We have beam swords, kinda. We have plasma swords. They look a little fiery in the artwork, but they could just be beam swords. And there will always be more. I mean, there's always more melee laser weapon group weapons. Sure. I mean, I'm not taking anything off the table. I want every weapon group and every damage type represented eventually.
Mm-hmm.
As much as feasibly possible. I'm sure I mean, I'm not saying for sure there will be like a acid pick coming out at some point in the future. There could be one now for all. Just
Mm-hmm.
chose two at random. But I want it all. I want as many possible different weapons as I could get. Partially because, like, a lot of my characters I choose after finding cool artwork or miniatures, and I hate having to, like, compromise on their what they have. I hate thinking like, oh, this is so cool. They have a axe made out of fire. I want an axe made out of fire. Oh no, it doesn't exist. I could ask the GM or wait till level 5 and get a module. No, I just want to be able to have the character that represents the cool idea I have in my meat brains that yeah.
That reminds me, because like I love that there are so many diverse damage types in just the weapons in general. Like there's the cryo pistol, there's all the different stuff like that. Is it? Are you
Yeah.
going to be? Is the monster design going to have more or less or about the same type of like weaknesses to damage types since they're more readily available now to most people, or is it probably gonna be the same?
That is one of the primary differences between Starfinder and Pathfinder, and there are guidelines for that in GM Core in the Anachronistic Adventure section. Um, uh, for now, I could just say like think about what weapons your PCs have. When you choose a Pathfinder monster to put in Starfinder, look at its resistances and weaknesses and adjust accordingly based on how you want the encounter to go, which is not the most useful technical advice, but it's not a technical thing. It's kind of art at that point. The encounter design
Yeah.
becomes kind of art. Um, and it's not like going to make or break too much anymore, honestly. Like, it's not going to like it's not like yeah, no, you'll be fine. It
Mhm.
won't be like the glass serpent in the playtest.
I had to ask because so far we've seen like a lot of like the monsters and stuff that were in like the field test guides and stuff like that showing like how maybe different fights and stuff would happen with Starfighter 2e. Like even the wolves have lasers. That's a laser dog. It goes
Yeah,
Wah!
I love laser wolves.
So like
I
they make it so like flying and range stuff is like is really balanced out and stuff like that because like even the dogs have guns.
yeah, and it's pretty easy using the GM core rules to just give a ranged weapon to your creature. Sometimes you'll just be there throwing a rock. Other times there'll be a cybernetic rhino with a laser cannon strapped to its back, and now you're playing Zoids for some reason. Um,
Hell yeah.
hell yeah. Uh, I saw something in here that some now I
There is already flying sharks. It was in the Wheel of Monsters and my players were terrified.
yeah, cyber rhino circuit gravity hammer does sound cool. Um, to kind of it wasn't a question, but yeah, Thusma are do have their own design niche, and fortunately, the additional feats mechanic of archetypes makes it possible to allow characters who aren't soldiers to also get cool stuff with area weapons without necessarily taking the soldier dedication. I'm trying to make archetypes that cross over with multi-class dedications, kind of like the Mystic one in Galaxy Guide, the Xeno Druid, Xeno Warden. Says like you could take it with the Mystic archetype to get cool stuff, or to resolve the dedication earlier, something like that. Uh, rocket point blank. Yep. Give us the Swallowmander.
Oh god, don't bring that back, Dina. That was awful.
Oh Lord.
Wheel of Monsters was fun, but then GM had to whip out weirdly buff Stitch from Lilo and Stitch and make us beat the shit out of him.
Amazing. Amazing.
I loved Wheel of Monsters so much, just because like
Oh,
I was like, yeah, we could just play it. Every once in a while, my GM didn't like exist, like, they were sick or whatever. We're like, let's just throw in Wheel of Monsters and see what we do. And when I hit the bees button, it made they were so terrified. Because they're like, we fought giant sharks. It's nothing worse than that. That I hit the sound key for the bees in the virtual tabletop
oh
thing they have
no.
for it, and they were like, "Oh,
Bees. Yeah. Uh what's your favorite bit of lore tidbit for SF2? Well, here's one that technically was revealed in a very weird place. You have to freeze frame the trailer that was released 2 days ago. You have to freeze frame the trailer to look at the artwork to get this, but I got to help like the team all came together and made a Titzelmitzel NPC that I really love.
Oh, what?
Titzelmitzel, they're giant skeletons that shoot lasers out of their eyes.
Oh, those things.
um, I like me the Titzelmitzel a lot. So I'm glad we got a named Titzelmitzel. Vaccines of the in the book. Yep. Man, I feel bad because I had this. Somebody wrote something that made me think like, oh yeah, I should talk about that. And, oh well, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Gone to the place where old chats go, I guess.
Any advice or things to watch out for that GMs who plan on merging Starfire 2 and PF2 you should keep an eye out for? I think there's going to be an entire section of that in GM Core.
Yeah. I'm hoping we can do some social media stuff to help highlight it for everybody. The best advice I always give everybody, and I've given since before I was with Paizo, is think about your parties. Think about your party in particular, because it's not always going to be the same advice. Like if you're running, I don't know, I don't know what the monsters are like in that book, but if you're running Wardens of Wildwood and there's like tons of plants, that's going to be different for a Solarian than it would be for an Envoy, because the Solarian has access to fire damage all the time at level 1 and can apply strength modifier to their fire damage. So you might want to consider putting in some enemies that aren't flammable or having encounters take place in like a rainy part of the year so the plants are watered down and don't have as much fire. Oh yeah, Ramira, I don't think it is, but I am not. I did one semester on the Popol Vuh and Aztec mythology, but it was all in books, not verbal. I cannot pronounce anything at all. How often do you bug your marketing person for a plushie of Prisma? I bug the marketing person for plushies all the time. All the time. Especially I want a Pipe Fox, I want a Squawks, I want the Witch's familiar Daji. I want Daji. And I really wanted Captain Concierge see at the show, and that surprised me. I'm sure I was shown it at one point, but I kind of forgot, and then seeing it at Gen Con, I'm like, oh my god, I need that.
I think I've bought like every single plushie that Paizo's
Yeah.
released so far. They're just in the corner of my bed.
Yeah. Oh man, we like to tease John Compton about the Drugami plush. He's one of our best adventure authors. He's on the Pathfinder side. He writes AP adventures, and he does art orders in which Drugami, the druid's snow leopard animal companion, gets either scared or attacked or killed or blown up all the time. So we have this joke that he's like the ultimate apex predator and like feeds on snow leopards and takes snow leopards. So he was threatening to eat all the Drugami plushies that don't sell out on the first day at Gen Con. So if you're at Gen Con, 1, I don't know why you'd be listening to this and not at the convention. But 2, please go buy all the Drugamis before Gen Con. No familiar options in player 4, no Drew familiar feat. Yeah, familiars take a lot of space just to like talk about how companions work and stuff. It won't break your Witch Warper or Mystic to take the familiar feat. Like, don't say Dustin told you, but try it out. Maybe it will. I haven't considered it. I haven't looked at every feat they have and thought, will break this? I don't think it should. um, would you ever consider making Starfinder specific character options for Finder class? Yeah, I'd love to do an entire book that's just like, here's an archetype for fighter using guns, and here's an archetype for inventors inventing stuff that doesn't use the word sprocket. That'd be great, but for now, like if you want to use that stuff, it's 95% of it is gold. Just use it. And I'd personally would rather write because it lets me stretch out my creative muscles more. But a lot of that isn't necessarily, most of that isn't my decision. I'm not, I mean, I get input, but for the most part, I'm cool with anything. Like when they tell me like, what do you want to write? I'm just like, whatever. Like I'm cool. Just here's some ideas, I guess, but just off the top of my head. But when they tell me like write a witch warper, I'm just like, oh boy, this is gonna be a fun thing ever. I can't wait. I'm gonna get totally involved and hyper fixated on witch warpers now. And you could replace the word witch warper there with literally anything. I am a very excitable person. Very, very excitable person. The only things I could think that I wouldn't want to write, Paizo me to write anyway, but that's ignore that. Yeah. I mean, I guess I wouldn't want to write ancestral classes. We certain role playing games try that in the past, and I don't like even in World of Warcraft. I'm like, let me play like. Please let me play a demon hunter that's not an elf.
Why the fuck can't Pandarans be druids? Their entire thing is worshipping nature shit. You can't be a druid?
I don't know.
That's my biggest pet. When my moderator days showed me World of Warcraft, I was like, I'm gonna be a cute panda because they're cute. Why can't I be a druid? You telling me there's no crossover?
Right? That's ridiculous. Plus, you could turn into like a giant panda bear if you were a druid. Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be cool. The mandatory blindfold. Yeah, I want to play a para with a blindfold, 2 warglaives. That'd be fun. Or an undead. Actually, undead demon hunter cool too. That'd be like edge on top of edge.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be dangerously edgy. I mean, ancestral archetypes nothing's off the table per se. Like nothing's off the table, but they're not my favorite. But my opinion is not the only one that matters. And I would have a good time, fine time writing them. I've written ancestral archetypes, come to think of it. I wrote the Kitsune Star Gem manipulator or whatever on Pathfinder Infinite, and it was fun to write. But I had sidebars all over it with like, anyone could play this. It's not just for Kitsune. Like, it's not hard to think of how you could do this. And I don't like limiting players' options that much, so ancestry limits are annoying. Yeah, Lord Generic got it. Good old AD&D, where non-humans were their own classes.
Dude,
or savage species was another one, or things like that.
An elf as a class has confused me for like the entirety of my existence.
I mean, originally, if you want to play a thief, you just had wolves and halfling. Yeah. And then some player was like, why don't we have a class called Thief? And TSR is like, that's a good idea. I could be wrong with that. I wasn't playing back then. I've heard stories, read articles. They're not necessarily accurate. How often? Tech familiars would be cool. You could kind of do them already. I think I want to say Grand Bazaar. I know there's some examples of tech familiars somewhere. I mean, the Kitsune Star Gem is, well, it's magic, but it's just a hard little ball you could throw at people. I mean, there's nothing saying you can't just reflavor your familiar. But yes, because familiars are extremely flexible. And the type of your familiar is not as dangerous as allowing it to have free actions every round. Guess what familiar ability I don't like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that familiar ability. Yeah, I agree with that, Dynagob. I like when and ancestry ties to, yeah, like the Kasatha Solarian thing is cool, but I'm really glad our iconic Solarian is not because it shows people that, like, look, there's no reason why they're the only ones who figured out how to handle the cosmos. Like, we all exist in the cosmos. Why would only one planet?
I love the idea of a fucking Tamagotchi familiar.
Yeah, digital familiar with actual trait. That'd be fun. That'd be.
Having to stop in the middle of combat to go and clean up its poop so it doesn't die.
Oh no! Oh no! Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Elf as a class was a basic edition thing for D&D. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it would have been D&D, not AD&D. By AD&D, they had figured that out. They had, at least by
Oh
second
no.
edition AD&D, they had figured it out. But
It's all the same to me. My head's small and my brain is tiny.
ow. Yeah, it's still, yeah. It's interesting that AD&D has some really complicated mechanics that would be a lot easier to do on like Foundry. It's almost like it kind of missed out on that. But anyway, no, I love PF2. I love 3-action economy. I love all of this. I was very skeptical about it when it first came out in the playtest, but I was very much like, no, my knowledge of archetypes and feat prerequisites and all my stupid builds and all the
Mhm.
silly ways I have to like do 400 damage at level 6. What am I gonna do without those? And then I sat down and GM'd it, and I'm like, oh my god, this goblin, it could stride, strike, and then stride again. As the GM, I get to participate in tactical combat decisions. Oh no! that was my moment in PF2. So I could stride, strike, and stride without a feat. Oh. Yeah,
I'm happy Stamina's gone.
stamina in SF1 was kind of a test for, it feels to me like, I don't know, I wasn't there, but it feels to me like it was kind of a testing ground for like PF2's assumption that you start most combats fully healed because you could just yell medicine and lay on hands for 10 minutes, 20 minutes,
Mhm.
whatever, until everyone's healed.
It
It's a lot
was
better.
weird.
Yeah. It's a lot better to just assume everyone's fully healed between encounters for adventure design. You know, somebody's probably thinking of a certain adventure where you don't get any time to heal between encounters.
Mhm. That was my favorite like post about from like Jason Bowman ever, was him being like, the best part about making it so everyone assumes that they're healed at the start of every single combat is the fact that you can take that away from them, make them really scared.
Right? Yeah, he's a scary GM. He's a very scary GM. Very fun, but scary.
I love the Mystics, the whole network of just healing people.
Yes. I mean, in PF1, there was this assumption that you always had a wand of cure light wounds to heal
Mm-hmm.
everybody up between combat. But what was annoying about that is that wasn't spelled out anywhere.
Yeah, you just had to figure, because like that's like a holdover from Pathfinder First Edition.
Right. And that was in 3.5, that was called Ivory Tower Design. It was this idea that you'll figure out the game with each consecutive character you build, you'll get better. Um which that was just a holdover from AD&D, because you had this idea that characters shouldn't survive to the end of a campaign. Your character should die and you should have to make a new one. Um and that's not the case anymore, because our narrative structure is a little more concerned with the heroes, the protagonists being the characters, more than like how the setting evolves. Um, which is just dandy. Yeah, Turgman. This isn't necessarily true for all parties and all GMs and all playgroups, but the assumption I have when I write adventures, and I'm not an adventure author, write one or two, but not very many, is that you should be able to heal your party at full fights. Um, because I don't want to have to think when I write an encounter, chance that they ran to this encounter without sleeping for 8 hours. Um, and you know there are rules for that, so you're free to play that kind of a rugged campaign. I enjoy occasionally campaign, but a lot of people don't, and a lot of people don't want the entire game to end just because they, yeah. character art is expensive, and you don't always want to play Chick, the lost younger
Dude,
brother
I,
of
I
Chick, whose
love that
identical
though.
Chick. uh, Infernal Healing, yeah, Infernal Healing wands. That's that was a thing. I'm so glad the medicine skill heals hit points now instead of whatever it did
Yes.
back in PF1, which was like nothing. And that was such a bad time for new players when they're like, I have max out in medicine and skill focus in medicine.
I
I
can
will
see
heal us
how this guy
combat. And you're
died,
like,
I think.
yeah. Just slap a mustache on your old shirt. And I have a mustache, kinda. It's coming from my eyeballs, but I have little antenna that could be waxed like a mustache. If I wasn't holding this orb and this pain glaive, I could twirl my mustache antennas like a snidely whiplash. Uh, it's weird how healing allows for. Yeah. The other cool thing about full healing is it lets you play up the narrative. Like I have having a dungeon where I fight a bunch of enemies and get to the big boss without worrying about the big boss being nerfed to compensate for PCs having less healing.
Or your PC is
Um,
just camping outside the door of the final boss and being like, yeah,
oh
I'll just put
no.
some nails and boards up. They can't break through that. I'm gonna take a nap for 8 hours.
Right. Right. Plus, like, having a PC get knocked unconscious is the worst. Like, it's always been the Achilles heel of tabletop gaming to some extent. I mean, a lot of people love just sitting at a table and watching other people do stuff. I do too. But when you get knocked out, especially if it's like the second round of combat and 5-round combat,
You gotta sit there for
boy, I
10 to
get to
20
sit around
minutes.
and do nothing. This is fun, guys. This is great.
I roll my death save. All right, I'm good. You next, Tom.
Yeah. Like when I write my own campaigns, that's the first thing I think of is, can I make that a thing? Like have them role play as gods of other characters or familiars or something, or give them the NPC.
Back when I did in-person games, I'd always just have my players roll, like those who are knocked out or die, or roll for the enemies.
Yeah.
So
I
they
mean,
have something.
in the first player's handbook, it actually says, if you get knocked out, you have to leave the room because you shouldn't know what's happening at the table. And if you refuse to leave, kick them out of or if they talk, or you could let them stay maybe, but if they talk much, kick them out of the campaign. And I'm like, what? I'm like, hi guys, I set aside
Oh, your mic
job.
cut out.
I hope we have fun together. Okay, but you can't talk. What? I thought we were friends. No.
Or like the OG Gary Gygax thing, where he was like, yeah, when I GM, they can't see me physically at all or anything I'm doing. I'm in that little box, separate from everybody else. The cuck chair of TTRPG.
Oh no! The death chair.
You just get to
That's
sit in the other room
hilarious.
while your homie's having fun.
Yeah,
Such
yeah.
a strange ass.
Oh,
Different times.
yes. The chick chair. Don't know if you can answer this, but will GM Core have items? Can I answer that? I hope that every book we have will have every. That is my diplomatic answer, because I I honestly at this point don't remember. Actually, that is a true answer too. I would have to open up the PDF, and if I don't open up the PDF, I'm so I don't know. Sorry, can't answer that one. But you will learn soon because GM Core is coming out in like a month or two. A month? Yeah, September. So yeah, 30 days. You will learn everything about GM, and hopefully we will talk more about it leading up to that. GM Core does have words. It has many words. I am proud of its words, and our team did an awesome job on its words. I don't know the date. on the Starfinder wiki for the hardcover release, but I don't know where they got that information. And citing my source really makes it like just Google it.
Yeah, because like I think it's on the website, on the Paizo website. Like, cause like doesn't Alien Core come out in October? So it's like almost one after another after another.
Plus, if you're a subscriber, you'll get that PDF early.
I will.
I mean, as soon as they ship it out, the PDF gets shipped out. And it will be earlier than Player Core because Player Core had an embargo, but so that'll come out. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people will start seeing GM Core spoilers in, I don't know, 2-3 weeks. I mean, I don't know how fast they'll ship it out.
Hopefully, I will be involved in the spoilering.
I hope so too. A book needs words. How primitive. Yeah. Oh, and I loved doing the art orders were so fun for GM Core. I never thought I'd be able to do art Pathfinder Iconics, but I was able to in GM Core, and that makes me very happy. And you can see some of the art in the trailer for Starfinder if you freeze frame like the live action segment when the artwork comes up. And it was very fun writing like art orders for Harsk and Lem and Sione and Kira, etc., etc. That was really fun. Because you grow up watching. Like I was even contacting some of my old PF1. I just for unknown reasons we don't talk as much anymore. Oh my god! Look! It's those characters we all knew and loved. And they're like doing the things I tell them to now. When's that new website hitting? As soon as it hits, I hope it hits soon. I want it to hit soon. I also want a new website. We all want a new website. I guess more than anyone, I'd say the tech team wants a new website.
That cannot be a good time.
Yeah. We are trying to make sure that everything sticks. There are some game companies that have updated their website and as to delete their old forums and their old product catalog info. And we don't want people. We know our players have been playing campaigns, and we don't want all that information. Sure, and it will still be there for you. I think. Don't cite me on any of this because I'm not on that team. I'm just repeating my own. Yeah. I have a friend who really likes Easelgoon. I do too. I love Easelgoon. Easelgoon are cool. I love all our ancestries. No, it's not. Well, I can think of a couple I don't love as much as others, but I don't hate any of them.
I think there was art of a Easelgoon character in the society guide, like little thingy.
Yeah.
So like hopefully maybe at some point.
Right. Yeah, they're neat. I like the stance thing that they could do in SF1 was always interesting. There's a lot you could do with
Like their weird posturing thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you one last like question about like designing the stuff like from playtest to actual release. What do you think was like the biggest change you had to make from the playtest? Like, what do you feel is the most impactful, or the one that you hit you the most? Like, oh, I gotta change this.
The radiation sweeper is now immune to. No, that is my go-to joke one. But the biggest change for me. I mean, I don't know biggest, but the first one that comes to mind as I flip PDF was like debating whether or not the Mystic feats should cost vitality to use.
Yeah, that was the thing I really liked the idea of.
Right.
Originally in the playtest, but like I could see why, like alongside with like Kinesis Burn no longer coming back.
Right. I mean, it just came down to like, yeah, sure, you could sit there with your whiteboard and like remember to do it every time you use your feats, but that makes it so a lot of people have to like, okay, wait, how much does this cost? I forgot to write it down. Let me open the PDF and look. I remember everything about the feat except the cost. Plus, the cost becomes negligible after like level 10 or so.
Yeah,
It's
once you
like,
get like your bigger pool of stuff, especially at like level 20 when you have the giant pool of feet
whoa.
available to you.
Yeah, the problem becomes when you play a high level mystic, and you tell your GM like, I'm just gonna reduce my pool by 20. Just say my feats don't cost anything. And at that point, it's like, okay, then why do they have a cost? I don't know, because it's kind
Hmm.
of flavorful, I guess. And flavor is cool until it forces you to open the VTT, your
Yeah.
character sheet, every time you do an action and adjust a number, and then you accidentally hit delete instead of the number, and now you're like, I forgot how much.
It's like I'm like, oh, such a cool concept. Now I have to do bookkeeping. Ugh.
Yeah, but I'm glad it was in the playtest because it gets people to like see where my mind was when I feats in
Mhm.
the first place, and I'm like, oh, I kind of get it. You're utility network stuff, which you still are. You're just, the cost is so negligible; it doesn't have to be written down. Um, yeah. Soldier, I'm glad people agree that the feats should all be usable with your melee weapon. That was fun to figure out. And I think we successfully did that pretty well. Because I agree with that. And the melee soldier was always kind of like, it was something I desperately wanted to do because it's
Mhm.
like,
The Doshko and all that jazz from the first one.
yeah, exactly. And yeah, it was definitely something we need to do.
Me staring at my phase cutlass, realizing I can't use it on any class except for Envoy.
Yeah. Uh, Archetypes took a while to write. Oh, I guess crafting, getting rid of like the virtual programmers, fabricators, all that kind of stuff,
Mhm.
shunting that off to a future potential book, maybe, possibly asterisk NDA here. Um, it was just complicated for the sake of being complicated, and crafting all things that
Mhm.
like benefits exactly one player at the table. So you need to be careful with it. And we got good playtest data by including it in the playtest, even if we aren't using it in the core. Um, which will be helpful in the future. Definitely helpful in the future. Oh, you know where I could look this up? I'm
Mhm.
silly. Why did I not just look there first? I have this whole spreadsheet up. It's like the window's even up. It's in a tab. Um, the rotating pistol was really fun. I'm glad people wanted it because I like it. There's a bunch of little things like that here. This is too detailed actually to use for content, isn't it? uh, yeah, lot of really fun stuff. I mean, a lot of it too was frankly just having to include all the PF1s, all the PF2s, all the PF stuff. Having to
Mhm.
include all the PF stuff was whew, that was big. Having to write out lists of spells and figure out which we
Mhm.
can cut to fit all the spells and copy fit. And I know it's really boring to hear about, but it was big. Oh, the gloss decks. The gloss decks was big. That took me like 2 weeks.
Mhm.
I mean, me and like 3 other people, like 2 weeks. I got to fit the squawks in there though. That made me happy because it has to be in the book to be in the gloss decks. I learned that from Luis Loza. He has a favorite ancestry that he includes in almost every Lost Omens book. He just will find a weird place to put it just so it can be in the gloss deck. Which is really clever because it makes you look at the gloss decks and like remind yourself to make sure everything in there has to be. Um, but yeah, Pest 4 mentions squawks, so as an example, and I'm like,
Skull.
yeah, it's one of the few little changes we had in a PF spell because most of the PF spells are kind of the same. One of the few changes is Pest form now says or squawks instead of said before. I think it's a tis or squawk or something.
You and your squawkses.
I mean, I used to be really cautious about having I started in this hobby. This is my clan, so I'm gonna make sure I have a crab on my shirt and a crab on my sleeve. and talk about
Mhm.
crabs all the time because I'm Crab Clan or whatever. Um, and like I was in it in the Fox Clan, so I did that. And like at one point, I'm like getting too niche myself too much in this industry, and then someone was like, "No, it's marketing. Like you've done it so much, just keep doing it, keep pushing it. It's cool to have a brand." And I always felt that way too. Like when I played Magic, like, "Oh, that's so cool. I'll remember you because you play the cat deck." Like it's fun. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh. You have like the bug guy and the dinosaur guy.
Mhm.
That's a lot more interesting than if like Weevil was like, "Oh, bugs suck in this meta, so I'm playing, Ultimate Athletes." Like, so you're not the bug guy anymore? No, I still really like bugs, but I like other things.
Mhm.
You're like,
Me
oh,
who likes Ultimate Athletes, ugh, they'll never be good again.
oh no. I mean, eventually they'll get support, but it'll always be like, wow, this would have made Ultimate Athletes great 3 years ago.
Yeah. Me when I look at Gladiator Beasts randomly getting a link card, like what? I haven't seen this
Yeah.
archetype in 12 years.
Oh man.
Oh shit, it's past 6.
Oh no.
I just noticed.
Oh, we have prizes to give out.
Oh yeah, we do. I forgot.
Yeah, I have freebies. I should open that tab. We should be giving stuff out.
My
Any
chat wants
last
to
minute
know any
spoilers?
last minute spoilers.
I mean, I said the hoverboard thing. It was spoiled elsewhere, but not everyone realized it. You should. When is that?
I think it's 4 p.m. PST is on the next, like the videos for the panels and stuff are going up.
That's an hour. I mean, I could sit here for an hour waiting until it comes out and talk stuff. But there's a video coming out in an hour. On YouTube. I figured we have 400 pages of stuff that just came out 2 days ago. You shouldn't need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is Day single? Ask Jenny.
Nah, I need more
I think
spoilers.
so.
Where's that heavily armored spellcaster from Bloody?
The heavily armored spellcaster we never got to release from 1E. Yeah. You could be a soldier last miss.
I always like all the wacky concepts from Money was always remember like precog wasn't there casting thing dexterity during the playtest?
It's yes. I think precog was still Dex in the final. I can't remember right now. That was it was a Dex class. Thank you. Thank you, Chrisemia.
Because I remember that me and my GM were like, whoa.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
classes that are weird.
Codcasting has also traditionally been a thing people are hesitant about. I mean, kineticist, but yeah. There was one funny change actually. You might notice the debuffs in the conditions index are updated thanks to SF2 partially. Because we noticed like most of the debuffs said like for example your key ability score, but drained didn't say it reduced your class DC. Except kineticist had a sidebar that said if they're drained their class DC goes down. While we were like, that should reduce the soldier class DC too. We went over to the Pathfinder team and we're like, can we just put that in drained? And they're like, yeah. So drained now specifically says it lowers your class, which I know it's such a minor thing. Any GM would be like, of course it does. Why? Little things like that are fun. And we have a very open. I almost said open relationship. That sounds weird though. We're very. We work inside the. Like we wanted to make sure Envoy and Commander didn't steal one another's thunder. I mean, it's fake con casting, but we're trying to make sure like all of our ancestry feats and stuff say the higher of your class DC or spell DC. So like class DC is more important now than ever. Because not everyone has spell DC.
Speaking of class DC, Mystic uses Mystic. Which warp uses class DC for its like warpy stuff?
Yeah,
As opposed to its spell DC. I remember a question about that at one point, and I'm like,
I don't remember the details.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 9 months.
That's fair.
um, is there like a Honda Civic you could buy off a sci-fi equivalent? I mean, yeah, there was a car, a normal car in Starfinder 1, so
Hmm.
um I tried to convert as much stuff from SF1 as I can, as we could fit. So I totally could see, without any spoilers, I could totally see a car in SF2. Why not?
I did make Primal Bear, when he was my GM, give me a hover minivan that was broken down and shitty.
Hover minivan. I love that so much. Hover minivan. This hover minivan is full of pain and pointy things being wielded by aggressive people,
Hmm.
murder hobos in a minivan by the river. I mean, every adventure party at one point is just a bunch of murder hover under a bridge somewhere, wondering how they're going to get enough food to survive the next day.
I'm hoping this giveaway thingy works.
Oh, stream elements. Oh, there's the snake thing.
Yeah, everyone in chat. Just type
Uh,
exclamation point ticket 1 to get one whole ticket.
I'm gonna say cricket because I'm special. Because I'm a Sharon. Sharons are kind of crickety. I love the deep lore in Sharon are kind of fascinated by the Red Mantis Assassin's mask in the Starfinder Museum. They're like, what? What was there a Sharon on Galarian? What is this from?
Hmm.
People are like, maybe, we don't know.
I really like that some of the Sheeran go more into the whole goopy swarm type of Sheeran now.
Right? I love it. I love
Like
it so much.
I remember scrolling through the PDF, like it was either yesterday or the day before. People were like, "That's a weird fucking Sheeran," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah."
Goopy.
Yeah, because it has like a glorpy ass bio cannon and everything like that.
Yeah.
And they have like a weird face. I love the weird face. We need more weird alien stuffs that aren't just Dave. We need more like that's horrifying, but he's my accountant, so it's kind of chill.
Yeah. Oh, he's just my accountant. I love that so much.
Yeah, it's one ticket per person.
Just my accountant. Yeah, that was a big change in playtest. Was I spent a good many hours figuring out whether or not we could have natural unarmed attacks with area. Which I'm not going to say we can never ever ever have, but there's a reason the Dragonkin Fire Breath is not an attack. It was for a little while. Same with the Contemplatives
Hmm.
mind beams, mind bullets. At one point had an area attack variant, but the math didn't work on it, unfortunately. It just becomes one of those things like it kind of works, but you have to like know the secret lore to make it work, and I don't like abilities that force players to know the secret lore just to make something even remotely viable.
Hmm.
Yeah. Plus, it gives you a zero-handed area weapon with.
I'll be just pretty cool. Be a
Yeah,
natural
I mean,
soldier. Ooh.
and if anyone does try it in their home game and like you play it for 20 whole levels and have tons of encounters and have the data on it, like cool, I'll read it. I'm not going to say it will definitely change the game forever, but I'm
Hmm.
always reading people's. I love hearing people's games. I love hearing people's games. I love knowing that people are actually playing and enjoying the stuff
That's
that
what
I write,
ancestry
because
archetypes
that's
are
kind of
for.
why I'm in this. That's what ancestry archetypes are for. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and write it up on Starfinder Infinite, and I will I don't know, use it if I ever want to play a Goopy Sharon.
Hmm. Rocket jumping
Dentist.
with your
Man,
own weird biocannon thingy. Oh.
yeah. Oh, now I want a dentist background that like does something with pick weapons. Does something with drills and pick weapons. Oh no, that'd be terrifying. Man, imagine playing like a dentist drill SRO, like a future dentist drill SRO that worships Jean Shaylin, and you're like, pain and suffering are the only path to a glistening smile. Like, why does every enemy we kill, why do they really, really clean teeth? You'd be like an SRO monk. You'd be like flurry of drills. Oh no. Oh, be funny.
Because I'm a dentist and a success.
Yes. Oh. Oh, bye, Sebastian.
Bye.
They are a venture officer, so we know one another from days of. Or my first volunteer job with Paizo was looking over material and deciding what was too broken for organized play. Many, many spreadsheets. I still live in spreadsheet land. Man, like, if I found myself with 4 weeks of time off and like they banned me from doing work, I would love to just like write like a 300-page, find a random ancestry, like literally roll the die on stream, and then like write like a 200-page book just on that ancestry, getting into like ridiculous levels of detail of like what their traditional breakfast is like on like hemisphere versus southern hemisphere, and just release it as an April like freebie. I think that would be kind of funny in a like ridiculously unserious way.
All
Oh,
right,
I miss
everybody. One last chance to go and enter the giveaway thingy. Just type exclamation point ticket into chat. It's pinned at the top as well.
Just be like Space Goblins of Castrovel. Part 1, Northern Castrovel.
I want weird, goofy space goblin shit so bad. Like, I just like the iconic art of just the goblin with the helmet that has like the band-aid over the hole / crack is peak.
I mean, you don't want you need to have the bandage on. Space will steal all your pickles straight out of your stomach because explosive decompression. Also, you'll die, but more importantly, you'll lose your pickles.
I mean, dying's only temporary for most goblins. Whatever.
Right? Yeah, it's just a condition. You could get it fixed. Death is just another condition. Worst part is it causes you to drop all your stuff. Like, I guess I'm back in combat with no hit points and with very few hit points, and now I have to spend like a round picking up crap.
I always forget that it makes you drop all your stuff because I've never played with a GM who rules it that way, even though it's in the rules. All my GMs are like, that sucks, bro.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I mean, back in PF1, we had like locked gauntlets and weapon cords, but I don't like items like that either because they just become man.
I was about to say, it's like I gotta grab my weird gauntlet thingy so nobody loses my weapon.
Or the other one was the quick release sheath, arm sheath, wrist sheath, the quick released wrist sheath. It was like a swift action. You could get something in your hands that's like hidden on your wrist, and the problem was they're so good that everyone has to have 2. So I would start off every adventure in PFS being like, I show my wrist sheaths and I dispense wrist sheaths from them and hand them out to the rest of the party. It's like, I want wrist sheaths in my wrist sheaths so I could wrist sheath while I wrist sheath, and everybody can free action their wands of cure light
Was it
wounds.
just like an item or was it like an augment thingy?
It's just an item. It only costs like a couple of silver pieces, and it just lets you swift action out any wand or scroll or potion.
I was kind of hoping it would be like an augmentation thingy, so you're like, yeah, me and all my homies have no arms.
Right,
But we
right.
replaced it all with wrist sheaths.
My pickles. I mean, yeah, when I'm in a casual party, because the problem is like, it's not even, it's hard. I could talk for hours about like min-maxing, and it's weird because like people like whenever I see a min-max character in like a comedy YouTube skit or something, they're always displayed as like, I am God, and you will all suffer knowing that you don't even need to be in this party. I could one-shot everything. That makes me awesome. But the truth is, there's a lot of us that are just like scared, paralyzed by the idea of being dead weight in a party. Like
Mm-hmm.
absolutely frightened that if there's a TPK and we could have prevented it if only we were good at this game and it's a skill issue. So like there's a certain level where like you don't want to present optimal strategies in a game that are hidden because you don't want choice paralysis hitting those shy players who are afraid their friends are going to leave them if they don't contribute properly to a party. And I don't mean that very literally. I mean that
Mm-hmm.
just like a kind of subconscious thing. You don't want players to feel like they are dead because they made suboptimal decisions. So you want as many decisions as possible to be viable. Which is why PF2 is so good, because you could play like a Lion Blade and to the even if you aren't doing the most damage, odds are you're only down maybe 5 or 6%, which fine. You're still killing things, just perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
That difference is made up by rolling up 16 instead of a 14. Great.
Again, that's the reason why I never, back when we played D&D 5e, I would never, when I would pick a sorcerer, I would never pick Wild Magic just because there's a chance, however rare it might be, that I could kill my entire party at level 1 by centering
Oh
a
no.
fireball on myself, so I would never pick that subclass out of fear that I'd ruin everything.
Yeah.
It's only
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
1,
yeah.
out of like a D20 table or whatever, but it's still a 5% chance for me to explode my homie.
No.
Never taking that chance.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at level 1, you can just do that to yourself. Like
No.
8d6 damage or whatever, just centered on yourself. If you're in a
No.
tiny room with your friends, it's all dead. It
Right,
was
right.
dumb.
Oh no.
I thought that was a good idea. Anyways, last chance for any tickets going into the giveaway. Going once. Going twice. All right. So how many draws do I get?
Uh I don't know as many. Let me look.
Mm-hmm.
I have why of course I did. Oh, here we go. Uh Uh, let's start with 6 for now and see what happens.
6. Okay.
Because I have like a limit of each book I could give out, but depending on what people choose, we could give out more. And I say choose because if somebody already has a PDF, there's no point in giving them a second PDF.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll just be like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't. Sebastian left.
I was supposed to say Sebastian left.
Well, I'm friends with him on Discord. I'll just
Mm-hmm.
poke him on there. Okay, go ahead. Dynagob. Anyone who's in the I mean, I'll just ask when you get it. So Dynagob, do you want Era of the Eclipse, Murder in Metal City, or the Player Core PDF? Do need to track how many we give out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, because didn't they win another giveaway?
Player Core, awesome. Player Core. Dynagob, if you're on Discord, just message me in Phobe's Discord. My name is either Dustin Knight or Kitsune Warlock. Probably Dustin Knight. I'm just gonna spam general right now. Yeah, it's Kitsune Warlock. I'll be darned. If you're not, or you don't want me to know your Discord for some reason, you could also DM me. Otherwise, I don't know how to people. Oh, I messaged you last night when you won Mel City. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, then I have your information already. Great.
Hmm.
Ha 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 ha.
We got Michael
Oh,
Chan,
yeah.
Sebastian,
Oh,
and Dina Gob.
Dina Gob. Yeah, Dina. Sorry if I keep saying Dinah. Yeah, I know. I know. Ha 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 ha. There's a meme I like pointing out with that Batman Beyond scene where he goes, "Do I know you?" And I replace the text with, "We met at a con," and it's like, you have no idea how little that narrows it down. Because during conventions, names lose all meaning as I talk to so many people, even online. All right, cool. I got Dinah. Who's next? Cyvios. All right,
Yeah.
Cyvios, which one do you want? Thought you're chick. Choice
Choice
paralysis. Oh
paralysis.
no.
Just roll the dice.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah, the options are Starfinder second edition player core, the Murder in Metal City, or Era of the Eclipse Starfinder novel. These are PDFs. Well, that's okay, Ozma. That's kind of why I'm doing this. Is in addition to my inability to, I wanted to make sure other people who can't go to, have some of the fun and experience. Uh, yes, Shenwolf.
Player court.
Oh, player core, awesome. Just go ahead and either DM or Discord, but if you can DM me on Twitch, that is also because I need your paizo.com email address. If you don't have one, you'll have, because then we could grant you the PDF. Oh, did Michael win?
Yeah, they're the first one. I spammed
Oh,
the
I am.
button too hard by accident.
Ha 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 ha. I did not see that. Yes, Michael, you can also DM me unless. Oh, let me just message you myself. That will also work if I could figure out how to do this without crashing everything. Fiddle, is this you? I'm going to ask if that is you, which is weirdest way to do this. Yes, I'm Kitsune Warlock on Discord and Blue Sky and 1,000,000,001 other sites. I don't know, Anime Planet, awkwardly my Gmail, which is really weird when I have to tell people, like adult people, when I'm an adult. I'm so glad I got this Paizo email so I could stop telling people like KITSUNEWARLOCK. They're like, oh, Kitsune Warlock, and I'm like, oh, okay, you're also a nerd. Cool.
That's why I randomly
Nerd.
decided to make the Phoebe Made business email because Jenny wanted to know if I had a business email, and I didn't because I didn't forgot that I'm a person that has technically a business. So I was like, I just made it in 2 minutes and almost misspelled business and had to re-rake an entire new email.
Yeah. I had my, school email for a while stuff, and then I didn't realize that, after you graduate for like another year, is it? All right. And that killed that. And then I got a business email with my first job, and then I left the state and, stopped working for him. He, without warning me, was just like, "Your email's gone." And I'm like, "Really, dude? You could have just like let me set up like got rid of my access to your Outlook, I guess. I don't even know why you do that though. Like, seriously, dude, chill." Like, nobody cares if I was only a former realtor. This podunk little real estate office in the middle of nowhere. Hooray, I got an email. Now I will sign you up for nothing because I'm not a monster. Physios, I sent you a DM, I think, in Discord. Unless there's another Physios in Phoebe's. Yeah, cool. Just need your paizo.com email address, please.
And I think we have 2 more people to pull for.
I wish I could just give my game to everyone. Oh wait, we do at Archives of Nethys.
Hydrate.
Hydrate. I'll drink some water. Neko Ali. Let's see. Neko Ali. I do not see a Neko Ali on your Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Am I in your Discord? Yes, I am. Okay, so Neko Ali to I mean, you might have another name in Discord, but you'll have to either send me a message in Twitch or Discord because you won the raffle. Oh, and tell me if you want the Starfinder player core available now, or the Murder Metal City PDF available now, or the Era of Eclipse novel, which is also available now, in which you could learn all the secrets of all the things discussed in that book. And watch Chick Chicken Day rummage through paperwork and travel across Absalom Station.
I got the Prime sub.
I mean, 15 years ago, it would be unprofessional to use an AOL, but nowadays, nobody really cares. Subscribe with Prime.
I think we have 1.
Hello, Mirage. I can pronounce that. Hooray. What do you want, Hello, Mirage? Are you running any PF2 live streams? I feel like are. I mean, you have the Space Pirate artwork now, right?
We're still trying to figure out when exactly we're gonna do like a Starfinder thing one.
Schedule. The schedule demon. You're fighting the schedule.
Real.
Or is it a devil? Yeah, I tried my best to figure out what words I could write. The scheduling demon won't affect players in SF2, but unfortunately, I only have so much power as a game designer. Oh, hi, Neko. You can, or you can find Kitsune on Phoebe's Discord if you happen to be there. There's probably a 75% chance that if you're on any Paizo Discord, I'm also in it, unless all your Paizo Discords are personal games, in which case I have not yet infiltrated them in my attempt to learn everybody's PCs in every game forever. Is there a scheduling daemon in Alien Core? I hope so. I've read the list of everything in my convention-addled state. I can't remember. There's definitely a chain demon. I could talk about chain gun daemon, chain daemon. Maybe they might not be a demon. They might be a devil daemon outsider, evil outsider, the chain evil outsider. Definitely not a Quiploth. I could confirm that.
The coolest one.
That, right? I was banned from making Quiploth noises in my to be
What?
I respect. Like glorpy slurpy noises into my
That's
microphone.
Fair.
They're like, please stop that, Dustin. I'm like, yeah. Like that is fair. I will continue describing their intestines choking you out, though. But such oppression, yeah, very very oppressive. No, no, they're not a Velstrak. It's not a chain like Zonsalin chain. It's a chain, a belt full of ammunition that is referred to casually as a chain because names are weird. I just joined Foe's Discord, so I'll message you. Murder City, great. Yeah, we could pass out more. You could just keep going. You're cool.
All right.
Murder City, Mirage, and Neko Alley is still going to message me, and I forget what they want. Also,
All right. My weird giveaway bot broke, so I'm gonna do it manually with a wheel.
hooray! Wheel
One way or
of
another, the wheel comes out.
I like wheels. I love wheels so much. I got a Physicers for GMing it at a convention. They gave me this wooden wheel that has all the monsters from Wheel of Monsters laser cut into it, so I could spin it to decide what to fight next.
Mm-hmm.
Love it a lot. It was very means a lot to me. Zuma. Oh, Neko wants Era of Eclipse. Awesome.
I
Love
hope
Era
you
of
rolled
Eclipse.
bees. No, I rolled you.
Go. Bees. That makes the Zuma is now bees. That's what the Z's are for. It's the buzzing of the
Bee.
space bees. Bees. They're not explicitly bees, but there is something in Alien makes me say bees every time I see it. But
Oh hell, give me bees. I need more bees.
I don't think anyone else will understand why until it comes out and I explain it. See
Mm-hmm.
if it's a dumb insidey joke enough, it's yay because it doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, please DM me in Discord. That's the easy. I don't like the DM layout in Twitch. Makes me.
Oh yeah, no, it's archaic.
Yeah, it makes me very shade. Yeah. I mean, I have a VTube today. Ashio, that is an easy name. Oh my god, I love Meowstachio. Such a good username. Meowdy. But yes, the Paizo team has VTubers for 4 of the iconics currently. Isif, Day, Chick Chick, and Help.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else who is also very cool, and this is not despair. Oh, Zamir. How could I? We have a Zamir too. Space 3A. I mean, if you want to play a Space 3A, you could just pick up a Sharon and call yourself a 3A.
His handle is Kitsune Warlock.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Kitsune Warlock. I'm not used to telling people that. Kitsune Warlock. The worst part is if you meet somebody who you met online and they'll call you your handle in real life.
No, that is so awkward.
You just want to die inside. Like, I was called TK for years on the internet. Characters whose name started with that. I played a pair of twins.
Mm-hmm.
Name started with T and K. And then I just decided from that point on all T and K is. Then people started calling me that in real life because it turned out somebody in that went to the same high school as a best friend of mine in real life. So like we'd start meeting and they'd start calling like I so much. And Angel Beats just came out too. So like every time I thought just like, oh no, this is
Yeah.
kill me. Oh.
Alright, you still got more?
Oh yeah, I have more. You can do more.
Okay,
That's
just
fine.
making sure.
Yeah. I just gotta make sure none of them go. I gave
Yep.
some out in previous streams.
Oh yes.
Did I get messages from oh, there they are.
The
Hello.
script of it.
Oh, you got script? Okay, yeah, I know script. Yeah, that's cool. Script, message me so I know that your email address that I already use. Script is my editor, was my editor at um and did great work. And that was before I joined and now I don't have time to write. I mean time and or will.
Mhm.
Spoons, there's the word. Awesome. I'll just email Script. Ew. Yeah. Choice, please. Awesome. Sure. So address. Yeah, spoon. I need. Man, I used to say like if I could have a so I could sleep for 8 hours without any.
Mhm.
I would freeze time and then in my bed and fall asleep. Wake up and unfreeze time. Awesome. I could hang out with all my friends who are in weird ass time zones, who are up at like 6 in the morning, or I could get stuff done without my friends in normal.
Yeah.
uh,
Me watching my moderator who's in chat right now. I know you're hearing this, Lumi. Go to sleep before 7 a.m.
I mean, I should have the self control to people. Oh yeah, Script. Tell me what book you want and give me. So I still have it. I mean, I have your email, but I don't know if that is a email. Give me your real email or your Paizo email, whatever.
Someone's work late shifts? Yeah, but she doesn't.
Do not listen to Phoebe. Can't not listen to listening to
Listen
Phoebe
to
as
me
I work.
more. I have goblin knowledge.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Neko. Use that. Wait, you're just giving away the history to Starfinder novel? Tim. Yes, yes, I am. I totally am.
That voice makes you go, good. I do it a lot.
Yeah, I love listening to Phoebe as I work. I tend to like you tend to come on like right at the same moment that I'm like hitting this hyperfixation where I can listen to people talk and not just smile. Did I go into the man archives? Yeah, so I'm sorry, was there another yes. Sorry, I keep talking to type. Address is awesome.
Have you heard the critically acclaimed
Great.
tabletop RPG Starfinder 2 with an expanded free trial so that you can play through entirely several adventures at a level 20 with no restrictions on playtime?
I was beaten. That's what I was looking for, honestly. I was looking for that while I was taking people's names down. And somebody beat me to the punch, and that makes me sad. Yeah, mine was expanded Archives of Nethys, in which you could play through the entirety of Cosmic Birthday and the award-winning remaster expansion of Script was the last winner. Yeah, go ahead, roll it again. I want to give out more stuff. I have not yet run out of PDFs. The PDF bin is
We have
still
like
full.
almost 60 people, so a lot.
Okay, hey, Professor Links, send me your stuff. Kitsune Warlock, or click on my name here or something. And just give me your Paizo email address and tell me what you want. And you might not get the stuff till Monday. I don't know. Like, the person I send this to is usually on work when they shouldn't be, or I guess that's up to them. I don't know what their schedule is, but you know, half the staff is in Indianapolis, and there's pretty much no email in Indianapolis right now. Gen Con eats up all the data, unless you pay a lot of money to the convention center. Hey, there's only so much data in the Peaky, Rioling, Foxy, Surf T. There's only so much data. You know, we can't transfer.
You gotta download more RAM.
Yeah, we need to download more RAM. More RAM? VRAM? Virtual RAM? Yes. God, download more RAM. That would be a good technomancer.
You're welcome.
Download more RAM. I mean, technically, eventually, when it get deprecated, well, that would only be if you like. No, never mind. I mean, that would only be if we like copied after each time we sent one, which would be kind of funny just for a thought experiment. Until like 80 gajillion downloads later, you could download the deep fried Starfinder 2e. Deep fried PDF version. Everything's all glitchy.
Crusty.
Yes.
I love, like, it's like when you see a JPEG that's been too JPEG'd to the point where it's just, you can't even make it out anymore. There sure are words there, maybe.
Well, fuck, I know what a JPEG is.
Yeah. I just want a picture of a hot dog.
Who won last? They haven't messaged me yet.
Professor Lynx.
Professor Lynx. Hello, you won stuff.
They might be lurking now. I can message them.
Are they in your server?
They are.
Oh, they are.
I think they're about to go live. They're probably getting prepped for their stream.
Okay. Hey, you won a thing. Do you want player core, Era of the Eclipse, or Murder in Metal City? And what is your Paizo.com email? Thank you. Hooray.
Did you message them?
Yeah, I got them on now.
I was about to if you didn't.
Oh, isn't Paizo gonna go live in like 10 minutes? Why do I have heart eyes again? Oh, it's I hit that key. Why did I pick such a common key? I need to.
No, I had to do key combinations. Mine's numpad 0, then other number combinations.
Yeah, I should do key combos and put them on my well, I don't like the razor. The razor keeps getting out. So like the craziest thing was I got this like numpad thing, right? For playing World of Warcraft. And the gamepad, I don't know what they're called. But the last thing I used it for was Word. I set Word so that when I press a button, it changes the style of whatever my mouse is hovering over.
Yeah.
So I could like quickly restyle PDF or restyle Word docs to like get through player core faster. And I realized like that's the saddest thing that my for like docx files. Chick is really excited to get out free stuff because Chick worked on this art and this art is beautiful and he wants many people's spot without capital. You should roll another thing.
I should.
Please. Give out more things. And you should give out all your love to Phoebe and subscribe, and gift subs, and do all those other things. Because like, I need to continue listening to Phoebe and talk about our cool work because it's a lot of fun. Actually, it's like really motivating.
It's really fun. I love talk because I don't know shit about dick when it comes to fucking like game design or anything. That's I'm always like, oh, that's how the brain works. I don't know how to make things. I just know how to talk about things that people make.
I mean, there's only one prerequisite to me sitting down and design. There's no special diploma. You just sit down and start writing, and after you waste enough years doing it, you get good enough that people will for some reason give you money.
It's just too big brain for me.
Oh, Nif Nico Finn. I could find that person, I bet. N-I-C-C. Nope. N-I-C-C.
You got into 2E. The enthusiasm infectious. Great! That's my thing. Cause I just really get hyped about talking about things I like because I got an autism. And autism makes me do good things sometimes.
Oh, hey, I got someone in your Discord. I just had to give them a book.
Yippee!
Hello. Which book do you want and what is your paizo.com email address? Yeah, 2E has a really positive, infectious, like, fandom, and it makes me so happy. Everyone is so nice. Everyone is so eager to play and just wants to talk about characters, talk about like cool things you could do, and it, yeah, it's real wholesome. It's very, very wholesome. The whole 2E ecosphere is so nice. It moves me how nice everyone is.
Yeah, it's a lot less mean and toxic compared to other communities and stuff. And I'm like, yippee!
Oh man, I'm so glad I got the pain glaive in. I have wanted a chainsaw naginata or glaive. There's a million and one volt.
If that was
There's a million and
you,
one glaives. But yeah, I have wanted a chain polearm
that's my favorite weapon in Starfinder.
for like 15 years. I've wanted a chainsaw.
Cause it's so
They're like
cool, and it's
bright
on
green.
Shaylin's thing, like, bruh.
Yeah. I was very excited first because like the first thing I did was write the weapons, changes to making the setting, and then someone Jenny or I think pitched on Shaylin, and then we discussed. I was like, they were like, well, they need a whole
You're like, I've got
chains,
it.
chain glaive. Can I please cannon to make sure it's still in here? And I think that was the same meeting where we discussed the icon. No, we had another meeting for icon. Sheeran ages is such that Chick Chick should already be a young adult. Why would he still be in a bubble? We should just make Chick Chick the mystic. Generation go forward. And it all just kind of evolved that way. And this little like broken thing on Chick Chick's glaive is his old baby jar.
And he has his own baby jar.
Right. I'm not 100% sure what this little orb jar is yet. I think it might be. I know I've been told. But once again, exhaustion. Yeah, Zonta. I can't wait. Oh man. Zon Shaylin's so cool.
They're my favorite. I love them the most. I love their freaking. I love how they incorporated both designs of their holy symbols into that one. Just the skull with the upside down rainbow coming from the chains. Like, it's so big.
Yes. Player core for Nick. Coffee has also become one of our themes in our little Starfinder. Hence Zon Shaylin's first church being a cafe. This Starfinder 2 was made with blood, sweat, tears. Yeah. Yeah. How deep is your nap going to be after tonight, Dustin? I am going to have a glass of this Spanish liqueur that Mark Moreland, our head of an exchange 2 years ago, and told me like we traditionally drink this after Gen Con, so I've been very excited to have that.
You have your first ever one you could just partake in.
Yeah, and then I'm going to pass out. Yeah, that'll be fun. That will be nice. I will sleep very soundly tonight. Internet buffered, would you like to be on the list? I'm scared of what the list entails. I don't know what the list is. I don't want to be on lists without knowing what they are. What's it like to watch Hasbro be on fire? Scary, because I have a lot of friends, close friends, that work at Hasbro now and work and they're awesome, and I love seeing their work. And I play Magic, and the 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 people at Wizards of the Coast do good things. I love the creative staff there and what they do, and I read their blogs and keep up. It's a very small industry, and we all like each other a lot more than yeah. Yeah. You could give out another book if you want.
Oh yeah, yeah, for war.
At this point, I think I'm just delayed things, thinking that I could make oil things.
Hmm.
I'm sorry for using your time like this. I hope you're
Oh, you're
doing.
fine. That's kind of what this is for. I have nothing else to do today.
Yeah, me neither. Ah,
Zaber.
who's this? Zaber's Laser.
They
That name
should be in
reminds
my
me of Slayers.
Discord.
I think there's a character named Zaber in Slayers. Oh yeah, I'll check Discord. Zamir is actually reincarnated Jack. That's funny. Yeah, the lamp was partially because in oh, am I still here? Hello? Phoebe?
What?
Oh, I'm still here. Good. Yeah, the lamp for Zamir was in 1E Zamir had a sword. Um and witch warpers were not good with swords, but it was supposed to just be there for flavor, but it was still technically a sword, and people would try using the sword on the iconic, and it would
Mm,
not work well, and they'd get upset and die because now they're in melee, and witch warpers are
yeah.
squishy. uh so we decided to give him something new. In-house illustrator Kent Hamilton showed us the sketches of him with the lamp, and for story reasons that are, I think, still secret and are very, very spoilery, we were like, cool, give him the lamp.
Give him the
Um,
lamp.
Saber. Oh, there you are. Hello, you are active in the mansion. Hello. You won a raffle. Or not raffle. These are not raffles. You won a prize. Uh, what book would you like, and what is your ISO.com email? Get the lamp, nerd. We're going to space. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with all the iconics for like every tabletop thing with Paizo, but like,
Right.
is is the Witch Warper iconic? Like, where's he from? What's his thing?
Who? I'm sorry.
The Witch Warper iconic? Because like
Zamir.
Witch Warpers are mostly like paradoxical weirdos.
Right, right. I know so many spoilers about him. I'll just say
Ah,
we are going to have blog posts of our iconics at some point, and that will have backstory information that you could read, and it's great.
all
Um,
right,
but I don't want to spoil things about him because we
that's
have
fair.
he's the most spoiler-tastic of all of them
I mean,
because
yeah, it makes
there are
sense. He's from the Walking Paradox class. Like a lot of weird shit you could reveal.
right. Yeah.
He's from a universe where
Um
Chick isn't emo.
oh no, impossible. Impossible. He's an angry little bug in a jar. Well, he's not, but he thinks it's cool to act like he is, and that's grand. I completely agree, Shanwolf. There will be, like, whenever I write art orders, I tend to swing that way. One thing though about Starfinder is I try to make as many and heritages of ancestry as well. So
Hmm.
it can be hard to get human illustrations because I like aliens so much. Um, representation is very important, and we're going to have as much of that as possible as well. And our marketing team likes it when we use human illustrations, but I want to make sure that people also have examples. That's a weird sounding, I don't know, Barathu heritage that makes them look like a giant inflatable duck. What would that even look
Hmm.
like? So I'll have to make sure if we don't have room in the book that introduces, I have to be sure to have have that be in a picture of an AP. Incidentally, no, there is. I don't have any plans for a giant inflatable Blackbird.
What goes into doing art orders? Like, is it just same as like commissioning normal
Oh,
art, or is it like more in depth?
well, we have to know the size, and each size corresponds to a certain number of word count. So each section has, yeah, and we just write down the size, and then we write a description of the art, and we send it to our art director, and they will modify it as. We also have to find references. That's kind of the more time-consuming part of the art. We have to find the product it's in, the PZO code, which is like deep lore. Every product has a number assigned to it, and then we have to find the page number it's on, or find the private little art server. And then we just write up an order. And a lot of times there's reference art because we'll be like this classical statue in contrapposto, or this funny meme I found I want in this pose or wearing this shirt or something. And then we send them to our art director, and they send it to our artists and assign which artists get what pieces. And then we get sketches like a million years later and have to remind ourselves. And a lot of times it will be something like you gave this person human feet, or you gave this person not the right number of tentacles, or
Yeah.
please change the anatomy.
I never would have thought of that.
Yeah, that was my first ever art order. Actually, they kind of gave to me as a special treat. They gave me the Starfinder Enhanced Kitsune art order, and the first thing I noticed is he had these like very just boots and very human looking hands, and I'm like, this is supposed to be a not human ancestry. Can you please make this kind of cooler?
Make this dogger.
Yeah. And my other thing is I always have Patra shirt has a tail, because we have a lot of old Patra art out there I don't have. And I think tails are cool. I like tails a lot. I like non-human anatomy fashion choices stuff. Like there's some cool subreddits that are all about like what would a headset look like on a skeleton?
What would a Barathi look like wearing pants? How many pants would it go? Would it just be on 2 tentacles or all of them?
Right, yeah, I love stuff like that. So, and it's always fun to tell the art, think of a solution for this. Like, I don't just come at them with like, do it. No, it's like, think of a cool solution for this, please. If I don't like it, I'll tell you in the sketch phase. But 99 times, oh, I love it. It's so cool. Not everyone wears headphones the same way. That is very. I was the weirdo in college with the snap around my ear headphones that predated earbuds.
Oh yeah, like the weird, not quite yet power beats, like to that level of stuff, but it's still kind of like, ooh.
Yeah. Where's the stream, Paizo?
No pants for Athos out.
No.
Yes.
Patra looking at headphones in confusion. Yeah, glasses are another one. I like eyewear solutions.
The heckin' the one Patra wearing, like, I think they were wearing glasses. What was it? I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I know, Thezima. I'm refreshing YouTube as we speak. I'm on the Paizo video latest. It's still the launch party unboxing, which was a fun video, but it's not what we want. There's the trailer that blew me away, and I had to watch it like so emotional hearing Chick Chick talk, because I'm like, I wrote that backstory, and there he is.
Yeah,
I don't talking,
know
and I'm
time
like,
how time shit works, so I'm not sure if it's an hour or an hour or.
Oh, them come out in an hour, maybe 8 EST.
8 EST. I thought it was 7. I'm bad at life.
It's okay. Yeah, we have 3 different time zones on our team, so I'm constantly going to meetings an hour early just in case.
It's the worst when I'm trying to collab with people that are across the globe. It's like, yeah, you're enough, because like my Pathfinder 2e group, half of them are in Australia. The other
Okay.
half are in
Wow.
America. So it's
Okay.
exactly like almost 12 hours apart. So it's gotta be
Oh
early enough
no.
morning for them, but still not too late for us.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, Barathu taxi drivers, of course, the best art in the book.
Yes, yes, yes. I try to make sure like a half. I try to make sure at least like a third of the art are hardcore adventure, are normal peeps, like the adventure before Destiny called out to them or whatever, which
Hmm.
was something I loved in SF1. Like there was so much art in SF1 of like it's just a video gamer. They're a gamer, all right. They're sitting down with their game. They don't have a gun. They don't aren't casting spells, which makes the world feel alive and
Hmm.
makes the
Those
setting
are
more
always gonna be my
delightful.
favorite backgrounds ever. Just the I was just some guy, and then I got fed up, or something happened to me, or I was the wrong place, the wrong time, and I'm in this mess. Like, I was playing Warframe, finally got to the new war quest slide, which is full of spoilers and shit, so I can't say exactly what it is. But like, you get to hang out as just like a lowly corpus guy, and you're like, oh, it's a normal dude who's just trying to do his job and has to go through a bunch of bullshit because he's just a dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I did set the settings of my VTuber model to like as high as possible, like 1660 by something instead of the default.
Hmm.
Um, I wouldn't be surprised. I have no idea how they did. I was gonna say something about like maybe they're like an OBS Discord multi-channel hack, but probably not. They're more technically experienced than I am, so I'm sure. I don't know. Nobody wants to hear about that. Let's give out one more book.
One more.
Yeah, he's just like me for real, for real.
Hmm. Take two action.
Take two action. Two action glyph. Man, Script showed me how to do the action glyphs in like normal text, like anywhere. I love it so much.
Hmm.
Uh, like that. But anyway, where is
Game art makes feel seen as their
take
editor art. I don't know.
take two action? You were speaking yesterday.
Well, Shan,
No.
you gotta up them numbers. Also, I don't think my tits likes it when I'm in a collab. Yeah, no, bro. I think it just lost connection to my YouTube studio.
Oh no. Oh no. I see buttons. Okay, they're gone.
You missed squats twice? No! Alright,
No.
fine, I'll do them after stream. I'll make sure I do.
Oh, I haven't been able to walk for like 2 weeks. It's either raining or smoky at all times.
Yeah, no, the weather turbo sucks. Like, I'm not over in the area where, like, the smoke is coming, but, like, a lot of my homies are in, like, Wisconsin and Michigan, and they're like,
Yeah. I was 2 days ago. I was sounding like Chick Chick. I've stayed inside since, so I sound better. But
hmm.
I mean, I don't know if Chick Chick sounds has the hardcore standard bug alien smoker voice, but part of
I
me
would
thinks it's
love it if
right.
they did. Oh god, Pies! I gotta make sure I eat before Pies does their thingy, so I could start shouting about it in my
Yeah,
Discord.
good. Go.
Tons of action for fixations. I haven't, like, W was my shit back in high school. I don't even know what exists anymore. Like that's my thing is like, man, all the people I probably watched have probably gotten too crusty and old to do anything anymore, and I don't want to like look at all that and be like, damn.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I was into it when I was playing games of it on the SNES, so I don't think any of those people are still.
Yeah, me playing me with the British Bulldog.
Much like Chick, I liked the Undertaker.
Dude, I loved the Undertaker growing up. He was my favorite just because like he was edgy and dark and spooky, and I was like, I want to be like that when I grow up. Although I was really there for Paul Bearer. Because his last year wrestling full time. Did he have like a whole heel thing going on?
Yeah. Take Two Action is saying, I don't remember signing up for anything like this. What? Maybe that's not.
I might have just pulled from my.
Oh.
I might have just pulled from my chat instead. They don't want. I could always do another spinny.
Yeah, go ahead, just do another spinny. If they decide they want, get extremely lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I just had the stream open. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. They had to go. So, but that's fine. They can still get one. Cool.
Maybe we can talk about moving her lips to the latest powers. I'm a ventriloquoblin. I'm like Shaggy. I have 98 useless skills that will only get dropped in 1 or 2 episodes and then never again. Like, I can contact juggle. I can't actually. The Fugi ball destroyed that for me. The Fushigi ball, excuse me.
Yes, always. You win. Hooray!
Yay!
Hooray. Always. I don't see you. Discord. So you could join Phoebe's Discord or sorry, Phoebe's Discord. My brain sometimes adds the O there, and I'm so. You could join Phoebe's Discord and message me, or you can message me here on Twitch, or oh, there we go, direct message. Alright. Oh, that's you. Okay.
Yay!
Oh, hello. Great. Which book did you? Oh, you said that in here, didn't you? What book do you? Yes. Yay! Player's Handbook is awesome. Awesome. Well, this was a lot of fun. I had such a good time. Thank you so much for. I don't know if I asked or you invited me, but thank you. Oh, why am I on hard eyes? That's weird. There we go. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for so much fun. I am still so overwhelmed to all this worked, and I hope I wasn't too talkative. Chick is in love with giveaways. Yeah. It's shrimp
You
and
get some
armor.
sleep.
You know, I think this VTuber model, like part of it, like I think one of the files in the zip file is actually called shrimp.
Let's go. Scramp.
Elephant. Yeah. It was the person who made the model called it like the shrimp at one point. Which I never noticed. So I never noticed like Shirin and shrimp until I got the model, and now someone else noticed it. It's a krill issue.
I
You must
hate
not be
you.
weak like shrimp. You must be strong like prawn.
Bravo card PDF. Goth emo shrimp son.
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a. Despite all my bile, I'm still just a bug in a vial.
Okay.
Oh. I'm surprised nobody went to the physical panels today, ran off to a Discord to talk about it. Someone did. And I'm not going to say what Discord, and that makes it funnier.
Damn.
You now have to look at every single Paizo Discord. There's only one Discord, and it's like confined to that Discord. Easy to me that like no
one scattered it to the ether.
Yeah, no, only one Discord's talking panel reveals,
I'm
which
gonna
is
look at every
interesting.
Discord
Maybe
ever.
the panel, maybe they told them not to share. I don't know.
That's fair.
Phoebe's on a spread box. Shrimp Night Tiny. I'm behind. I'm over here. I'm
They're far
inching
away
slowly.
and may or may not have legs.
Yeah, I'm inching slowly toward the snacks. There's some snacks on the table back there, and when Phoebe does the prize giveaways. Trimple. That's funny. I didn't know this. Did you know ketchup was originally like paste?
Wait, really?
Yeah. Like the word ketchup just meant like any sauce. Well, kinda. It was. So European explorers went over to Asia and were like, "This sauce is delightful. I could use it in everything." And they brought it back, and everyone's like, "This is awesome," but nobody knew how to make it. So they just tried like 101 different. And everyone had like their own recipe. Ketchup, which just meant like sauce. They didn't know out of it, and it was like a fish paste shrimp sauce kind of thing. And then we kind of settled on tomatoes and because
Oh yeah, I
America.
think I remember watching a random guy who does reenactment stuff make like mushroom ketchup or something.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Which I mean, salsa just means sauce too. I mean, nowadays it means spicy chicken sauce, but like for a long time it just meant sauce. It's kind of funny how we'll like take a word that has just a generic meaning and then assign it a more specific one once multiple languages are introduced.
That's my favorite. At least my favorite things like hill or river.
Right? Yeah. That was kind of funny when people talk about City McCity face. Like it really got me thinking about how how many cities are just called the city or capital city or western city, western capital city. Like there's no reason why there shouldn't be like 100. Just on Galarian, there should be at least 50 cities just called like capital city, hill city, Pleasant City, River City. Like the fact there's not 100 river cities is kind of weird, but it would also be very hard in a
You'd have to come up with like actual full alphabets for like every type of like language that would have it. So you have the Goblin River that was named after the Elf River that was named after the Dwarf River.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you just have the gloss text. It'd be like River City, comma, Andoran, River City, comma, Taldor. Oh, I had Discord minimized. Do you know? Vaguely. Boo. Why are so many people messaging me in the middle of the stream and not at like noon when I need a pick me up? Incidentally, if anyone does just like want to message me and say like, "Hey, anything," like I'm surprisingly open and receptive. Just don't ask me stuff that I can't talk. I'll tell you. I'm sorry. I feel guilty.
Spam him exclusively for messages about spoilers that he cannot say.
And I can't give rulings. Like we by policy we don't give rulings to individuals because then they'll go to message boards and be like, Dustin from Paizo, John Paizo spikes, blah blah blah. And now
Like,
that might
and then
not, yeah.
fucking Wizards of the Coast made like what's it called, like the like Jeremy Crawford's like GM stuffs was like the rulings for everything ever after that point.
Yeah. Plus, yeah, and there was a period. I mean, a lot of D&D message collections of rulings given by one person. They might not be the same ruling given by somebody else.
Or they might contradict themselves later.
I'm just going to assume in chat they're talking about which is personality trait that means you're like say it or not. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, nerds like to hyperfixate a lot. I will binge an anime and it's all I will think about for the next like.
John Bristlebore told me that Starfighter to be Honda Civic runs and recycled trash like Back to the Future. I love that the bristle. Can we get like a Starfinder Bristlebore that's like level 87?
Sure.
I just want to see the exact same art and stat block of like the mess up on Archives of Nethys, but it has like some like cool cyberpunk sunglasses on it.
I like the idea that like out there in the vast, there's like this boar, just this large sized boar careening through space. Like once every few thousand years, it will actually hit like a planet, completely like destroy it or go through it. Galactus boar, yeah. Yeah. There's a boar dash on its way. Oh no. Yes, you just
why is everyone in my fucking chat make nothing but puns?
I like puns. Puns are good.
You're one of them.
At least they aren't talking about something that rhymes with boar. Anyway, boar kaiju. Oh man.
Yay, oh, you just had to say something. We were free. It's been weeks.
Reset the timer.
I need a dry erase board that I just record myself slowly erasing it and getting it back to 0.
Could you put it in the background back here, like one of these?
I would. But originally, I was thinking of getting a 3D model as well for just doing like explaining stuff because I have a whiteboard in there and change something. Just turn around, just have it behind me. Just. Oh, yeah.
I wrote for Hall of the Wild. I made the Swarm Keeper and a bunch of spells.
You made the Force spell, huh?
No, maybe. No, I didn't. I made the
maybe.
I made the Incarnation spells, and I did write a spell that didn't get in the final book, and then I decided like I'm gonna try to squeeze it in wherever I can as a Starfinder. Getting in there at some point. It's totally getting in there somehow. Like almost out of spite, but not really out of spite. Like I get why I put it in. Yeah, okay. You have limited space. Yeah, I love the Swarm Keeper. That was such a fun Discord, honestly. Like the freelancers, we get a Discord when you become a freelancer for Paizo. Every book has its own little Discord that is deleted eventually, but there were a lot of memes in the Discord, just animal facts. People just post random animal facts. Like, did you know box jellyfish could breathe underwater? Yeah, I know that's not an interesting one, but
I love the thought of that type of stuff because especially because you can turn that into like a monster ability,
right? Yeah, it was crazy. I think Grand Bazaar was my favorite one though. That was really funny. Like we
Hmm.
just had so many dumb little memes and like because we were all writing NPCs, then like have interactions with each other. So that was a really fun. Um, yeah. Oh, game research, man. I spent 2 weeks. Like they did, I didn't have to. Like they didn't. I didn't even need to. I spent 2 weeks learning about 15th century sheep farming. Um, to write or no 12th century European sheep farming to learn to write a travel guide. It was all just to get the price of wool. Which I then used to make the price of everything else in that book. And yeah, it was 2 weeks of freelance time. Doing all this complicated math to figure out like get a transfer of unit from like British pounds in a like feudal setting in pre-industrial Britain to like gold pieces in Galarian.
Hmm.
So I could get these like hyper accurate like prices for bricks and wool, all this other junk nobody's ever gonna like. Admittedly, you could buy a lot of bricks for a level 1.
Hmm.
You could buy a whole house full of bricks and I don't know, crush monsters with it or something.
I feel like a lot
But
of
yeah, I
people have
love
done
doing
that
the
at
trade
some
bit.
point, especially for like a GM. Like I've researched sewer like architecture of like old cities to see how they would do it.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh no, fireball.
My tits are still broken. I guess it just doesn't like collab stuff. It doesn't want to connect.
Okay, well I should probably go have dinner.
Yeah, I
I
should
didn't have
probably end
lunch.
stream. I'm hungry and I have to pee.
Thank you everyone for coming here. Please keep enjoying Starfinder and please subscribe and go to Discord and do all the things. And you can find me at Blue Sky at whatever my name is. Uh I'm looking at my profile now. 'Cause I forget Kitsune Warlock. You can find me at Kitsune Warlock at Blue Sky, and I will post memes when they're relevant, as I tend to think of them during work, and then I have to keep them on my hard drive until they be posted. Um, and thank you so much, Phoebe, for letting me use your platform to talk about stuff that I couldn't talk about for 2 years.
Of course. It was the most fun.
It was. Because I should have a lot more free time now because I'm free from the shackles of a core rulebook release.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray!
Well, good night, everybody.
Bye!
We're gonna raid into my homie. It's his affiliate anniversary.
Hooray!
I'll see you all on maybe Mondays. Either gonna be Monday or Wednesday. I haven't decided yet because Monday is my first day back at work after I've been off for a couple of days. I might
Hooray!
want to explode.
I feel that. Go
Our
sleep,
raid
folks.
message will be "Get bited, Stinky Night." I'll put it in chat for you all.
Hooray! I
And
just copy and
IGH.
paste it. Then in 30 minutes, I get to drop more memes.
Let's go.
It's stinky.
You can copy that if you want to. Also, I have a Discord if you want to join that. If you ever want to know what I'm doing, what I'm up to, or where I am, or what's going on, or just chat with me there.
Yes, the Discord has become part of my rotation for sharing memes.
Let's go.
Steal from there and forward elsewhere, and steal from there and forward elsewhere.
But I'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye.